Okay, who's got volume on? Well, at least we know they work.
iPad does.
Hmm.
You haven't started that one?
No, I have not.
Then I claim this one.
You claim.
I claim. I claim, I slaw, I conquered.
So is that file ready for the cutter?
It is.
Shite, what just happened? Okay.
Holy Central.
I
Hey.
have no idea, but I want everyone
All
to
right.
hang in there.
Hang
I
in.
guess we're going early.
Welcome, Hapsters and
Well,
replay viewers.
hold your horses,
Welcome,
Martin.
Hapsters and replay
I
viewers.
wasn't ready.
I'm not
I
ready.
wasn't.
I'm not decent. Oh, wait, no, I
How the
am.
hell did we?
I
Which
don't
one of
know.
us hit a button?
Interesting.
I'm trying to find
Because,
my 10-second countdown, and it's. I'm still looking for it, and
well then,
we do love you all, honestly.
honestly. Hello, Scott. Hello,
Pretend you're not. No,
Shane.
no, no, no. Pretend. No one sees or hears anything. Martin does not exist
Hello, Eric.
because we
I am not the geek you're looking for.
no, because we haven't done the things and the
It's
things
10-2. We're early.
and
Hold
guess
on,
we're
no.
going early.
Intermission music.
Is that in your head or did you rehearse it?
It's in my head.
Okay.
Hang on a sec. Hang on a sec.
What?
That's a bad thing to do.
What? He's not
There
the
we go.
Sylvester I'm looking for. Oh. Yeah, just stand there like that. Now he's gonna run out of air. Watch, he's gonna run out of air. Try again. Hi, Eric. Somehow we wound up on early. Martin's trying to do the please stand by thing.
All right. Somehow we accidentally went to air early. Luckily, we weren't doing anything,
No, we gotta
risque.
do this. We
Because
gotta do this right. We gotta do this right. Oh my
gotta do this right.
God. Oh, okay. Since Martin's
Making it
running out of
work.
air and he's gonna black out if I keep this up, let's just do this.
Let's just do
Okay,
this.
let's just do this.
People will join in. We'll try not to do anything too
Cats and dogs living together,
thought-provoking
mass
or
hysteria.
mind-blowing.
Okay, Martin, I'm
In
shushing the
next
mics.
9.5 minutes.
I'm shushing the mics. I'm shutting you up, Martin.
10,
Well then, try it again. Hello, all the Hapsters, and welcome, replay viewers.
Thank you, Eric, and thank you, Lovebug, for the
Thank
high
you.
award. Martin, wave high.
Hi. Thank you, Lovebug.
Okay, what's echoing?
Awesome.
Something has volume on over
Something
there.
has volume. How do we do it? Volume.
Volume, volume, volume.
It's over here.
Volume.
Oh, the
That's.
actual camera iPad. That's a bit better.
Are you done, Martin?
I'm good. I'm good. This is the online City Fowl Cooking Club. No, that was last night.
Yeah, done.
And
Get
we
with the
had
program.
and we had some excellent salmon, and the quiche that we made, that Christina made, and I
Thank
helped by
you.
putting it in the oven.
Yes, real
was
men eat
awesome.
quiche. I don't
So we
care
have
what you all
quiche for
say.
lunch for the next 3 or 4 days.
Real men
and,
do eat quiche.
I know.
Hola.
Hola. Hey, Beth.
Beth,
Beth,
what are
you
you doing
watching
on
us
Facebook?
Okay, something at your end is
Get your butt over here. Get your butt
actually
over to
no,
Haps.
hold on.
There's something there that's producing some volume.
They're both down.
Now we all get a
Neither of
close up
these-
of Martin's chest again.
Neither of these want to mute. Oh, hold on a sec. There.
Are you
Promo.
having fun with your new printer? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
How do you actually mute these things?
It's not
You
muted?
turn the volume all the way down.
But that's
it's
the
still
old iPad.
One little notch, and it won't mute.
Can you guys hear an echo, or is it just Martin and I going nuts? I mean, it could be in our heads. Are you guys hearing an echo? Like, are you as frustrated as we are?
So if I go live on this one, we'll be able to see the comments, right?
Sorry?
If I go live on my iPad, we'll be able to see the comments on it? Is that
Oh,
the
yeah.
idea?
I think that's how it's supposed to work. We're still kind of
Find
doing this,
out.
right? I'm
Sounds
used to
good on our
OBS,
side.
not this stuff.
Yeah, we're just getting our own audio.
Do you guys hear an echo, other than that one I just did?
It's in our heads.
Like a natural echo?
It is in our heads.
I got a ringing in my ear all of a sudden.
Hmm?
I gotta answer it.
Ding, ding, ding.
Uh,
Yeah, because check this out. Volume
okay.
buttons.
Di-
It's as far
Interesting.
down as it
Well,
goes.
if they
Yeah.
don't have an echo,
If they don't have an echo, we'll just
then
have
that's
to...
all I care about.
No echo.
No
that I
echo.
can hear.
Okay, so these mics work. They really cut
Yes,
out
going
the
more
stuff
nuts.
here, right?
Yeah,
So we're good. We're
Cool.
good.
awesome.
We're good. And we can hide. How do you hide the comments on this one? Let's not screw up.
There. There.
Ah!
Let's not
So
accidentally delete
unfortunately,
our
that's a
what do we
very
got?
small print,
Mhm.
but it's another device.
There's devices everywhere.
Well, we got all these old devices, right? They all got different speeds and different responses and stuff. So I'm gonna have to do this.
Mhm. Oh, and of course, you know what happens? We raise that one up, and it's blocking the bottom of the other one.
Well, pull
That
the other one
actually
into
would
shot,
be-
dude.
What? Bring that one in here.
Yeah,
Let's bring this one over. Bring this
Doesn't
one over.
matter. Just
Bring it
don't
over.
touch any accidental, not,
Accidentally on purposely.
I swear everything.
Do we
Poor
risk it as a
cat
cat?
tree's being used as a.
As a table. I know, because we
not
don't have enough table
nice.
space.
The cats are gonna start rebelling against
I
us.
could grab a small table and bring it over.
Uh,
For now, we'll put it right there until we need to set up on the laser.
Freaking laser.
My stand is just
Like
not
we can't.
doing
We
so
cannot
good
strap that laser to like a shark's head.
anymore. To a shark?
We have to-
No. A
we have to-
megalodon maybe, but
Hey, go get a small table.
that feels like it's going to fall
Go.
over.
Go.
I'm going to get a small table.
Veet.
Going to get a small table.
Veet. Veet. Bread braiding club done. So yes, sounds good on our side. Good. Loving the intro. It's amazing. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Lovebug, for the hello award. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Can
There we go.
hear.
All right.
It's just you two going more nuts. Yeah, again.
We are
Again.
so nuts.
So anyone who's not on Haps, get yourself over to Haps. They've changed the Haps challenge to be 250 comments instead of
Or views.
views.
250 views.
Views instead of, although 250 comments would be kind of cool too.
Mm-hmm.
250 views. So that's what's this? I don't know.
That's just swapping them.
Yeah,
That's not controlling our live feed, is it? It is controlling our live feed.
Okay, well that was fun.
That was fun. It's like earthquake.
That was fun. Oh no. Beth. Yes. Yes, Beth, honey. We've got to introduce you to Haps.
We have to introduce you to
Haps.
Gotta.
So yes, they've changed it to 200. They've changed it to 200. They have changed it to 250 views instead of the 500 originally.
Right.
Which is good because if we're all on at approximately the same amount of time, none of us can get that many views. So
It's
Michelle,
gonna be hard for us to post these comments if that's over there, isn't it? Can we move over here? Or
I don't. It's too small for me to read anyway. I know. Yeah, that's so convincing. That is just
Hi.
so convincing. You could be.
Huh?
On what? I don't know.
I don't know.
Hi.
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 Hello.
Well, is the lettering
hello,
bigger when you
hello.
put it like? Can you want to try turning off the comments again?
You mean the comments?
One
on the
day
one
it'll
we
be
worked
so
the comments
perfect. Can you read that easier?
on? Yeah, actually, a little bit.
Well, then we'll leave
We
it
just have to lean forward, and we both have access to.
We know what we can see.
Yeah,
It's okay.
it's all right. No problem.
Everything's fine.
Everything's good.
Everything's good.
Good.
Everything's fine. Able to do. So with some support. When do you have to start by? It doesn't matter. I think they've changed the starting date.
They extended
to
the deadline, didn't they?
I think it's the 30th.
January
instead of,
30th?
like today.
Could
Something
be.
like that.
A cat fur on your microphone.
I have cat fur everywhere. We have cats.
You have cats.
That's another thing too. Whenever we send anything out,
Yeah.
we make sure all the cat fur is off of it.
Yes.
There's no cat fur on any project that gets sent out.
Yeah.
Our area stays clean as possible.
Yep.
As possible being the key words. And we make sure we isopropyl alcohol and little gloves
Disinfect everything.
to make sure that if there's anything lingering that. Yeah.
We will safely package anything that's being sent out from here.
Now, Michelle was talking about doing sci-fi trivia. We'll see if she comes on. That was native. But we're going to try to figure out how to bring another person on with this arrangement because the computer's all the way over there. Now, if we get the place that we're after, yes, Beth, we're moving again. We don't know exactly when. We may need some help. So if we get the place that we're after, well, the place we can afford and we're after, out of our options, we're going to have the computer next to these two.
Yep.
Making it a whole lot easier to function. Because the computer over there and maybe a tiny place.
That's part of the problem when we moved in here. We didn't have half of the equipment, so we were sort of mixing and matching things as we go. We need magnifying glasses in front of our devices or comment projectors, something we can see on an off-screen wall. Well, this is why we have like an extra iPad that's sort of set closer to where we are, but even that's a hard time seeing. Still at the desk?
Oh, there.
Oh.
I love my dark blue glass, except when it disappears.
Except when it disappears in the
So
dark.
those of you who are not on Haps yet, get your butt over here. Get your butt over here. I swear, we'll greet you with love and affection. And I just had a thought since Beth is on.
Right.
Suddenly my brain starts functioning, right?
Because Beth is on, your brain starts?
Yes.
That's kind of codependent, isn't
it? Just a little.
Just a little.
just a little. It's not major. I'm sure she doesn't mind. At least I hope she doesn't mind. I got problems if she minds. Oh God, Beth, do you mind? But I had bought with that gift exchange thing that was nixed. I had bought you a Christmas gift.
Oh, that's right.
Because you were actually my secret name, and then the whole thing was nixed by Facebook as,
it's still
spam.
Over there, isn't it?
I don't know where it is. But that's it?
in that bag.
I have a Christmas gift for you.
Big
I
piece, Maddie face.
I have a Christmas gift for you. I didn't wrap it, and now the wrapping paper is locked away in the locker.
Mm-hmm.
And
We have an extra face on our screen.
yeah, what? What do you mean you have an extra face?
Yeah,
on
we
your
can't
screen?
see it from here.
Oh no, Michelle!
Yeah,
There
Michelle's
she is.
on. Okay, Michelle is on.
So
Hang on.
hang on,
How do-
hang on.
We're just
hang
checking
on,
how we can do that from
hang
here.
on, hang on. We gotta figure this out. We gotta figure
Just
this out.
looked up at the computer past our thing. I see there's an extra face there.
Yeah, but can we hear her?
Hello.
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 There she is. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Come on.
Okay, and this is relatively on time.
Okay.
So not.
I can hear an
So
echo.
the question becomes:
Can we turn that?
can we hear an echo?
You do?
Do we hear an echo?
I do.
Yeah.
Mm. Mm. Okay. Okay.
Good evening,
Uh,
If
everyone.
we turn this iPad landscape, does it show the full screen
Well,
like
No, it shows just us,
just us? Yeah, that doesn't help.
right? Just like that one does. This way is how we see it live,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a tiny little thing. Oh damn. Okay.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Now I can see the comments.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
can? Okay.
Well, I mean, somebody said we need magnifying glasses in front of our devices, so I've
Yeah,
got one.
Dawn.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. If I put you all the way over here, now we get a close up of my chest.
So you got a camera and camera. One of them has to be muted.
Well, we're trying to hear you, and our microphones are only microphones. They're not microphones and headsets, which is what we should have bought.
Mhm.
But we didn't.
Yeah.
So,
Gotcha.
So what we're getting right now is we're getting like a 2-second lag, maybe a one
Well,
and a
they
half,
said they
2-second lag
can't
between.
hear it. I'm sorry. Yeah, they said they can't hear it on their end, so it doesn't bother me.
is it
It's not bad.
better for everyone? Because I put you all the way over there.
Sort of in line with our main camera.
Hello. He put you.
Oh,
Just don't put me in the corner. Just don't put me in the corner. So good to see you
well, you're
guys.
small to us right now.
I am always small.
Hang on a second.
Hands and everything. I'm always small. Everything about me is small.
But if it sounds okay to
Okay,
everyone
we're good,
else,
we're
we'll
good.
just keep our microphones away from the speaker, which has Michelle on it.
Your audio is awesome. So whatever you're using, it's really great.
Well, these are fabulous. But if you're too close to us, the speaker,
Yeah.
is heard on the
Bounce
mic.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't see. We can see. You're so tiny we can't actually see you, but
No,
we know you're there and we can hear you.
Don Scobie. There we go. I can read it now.
There,
I can
yeah.
read you,
Don's
Don.
corroborating his own statement. Yeah. Jedi Senshi. Hey, how are you, Katie?
Hello from Oshawa.
So,
Ani Buju.
Michelle, we were kind of evil. We already decided what prizes should be.
Prizes?
We found an incredible 3D print
You give out prizes?
file that is all under Star Wars symbols.
I don't even give out prizes. I mean, I give out things like you just won a spider catcher, or a year's supply to Squirrel Monthly.
Hey, we have
I
a
don't
viewer
give
from
up
Australia
prizes.
that would love that. Or New Zealand?
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Squirrel Monthly. Spider catchers. Yeah, I think it's a real thing, actually.
You're kidding me.
Not
Just a cup and a piece of paper.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, I like those like broom looking ones. Yeah, they trap the spider's legs between all the bristles, and then you just like shake it out the door, and
Jeez, if I was the spider, I'd come back in and hunt you down, you know?
it's like what the.
That's why you have to kill them and their whole family, or else they're going to come back and have revenge.
Just
I
burn
really
down the
believe
house. Yeah.
You kill a
This is
spider.
hard.
I always think that their friends are going to come, and their family are going to come for you at night. Anyway, that sounds like a good story.
Yeah, really.
Well, honestly, it was like, oh, I don't know what I'd talk about. I'm like, ooh, I know what. You guys do a lot of science fiction. And I thought I could ask, I was actually going to ask you guys science fiction trivia. Maybe even on some of the shows you worked on. I don't know. I could look them up and just banter
Oh,
and
you'll
ask you silly questions
you'll
about
find out how
things.
little we actually know about the shows we work on.
Okay, well, I mean, obviously, there's Star Trek, Star Wars, and Doctor Who. Those are the three standbys right there.
Oh yeah.
Well, there,
But
yeah.
I have a science fiction reboot movie question for you. It's not trivia. It's just I'm curious. Have you heard
Okay.
that they're gonna reshoot or redo Dune?
Dune? Yes.
We had heard, yes.
I mean, did you guys ever even read that giant, I don't know, tome?
Tome. Was it like 1,200
But
pages or something?
I'm still
you know?
having a hard
Yeah.
time with this. I can't see anyone else in those roles.
Oh, I know.
I just can't see anyone else in those roles.
You mean Sting, Patrick Stewart?
Sting in that outfit.
And
I have
Kyle
mixed feelings.
McCullen. I mean, they've got some real young actor, and he doesn't look anything. And then Zendaya, like the pop star / ex-Disney actress now turned superstar everything. I mean, that's great for Disney and franchising and stuff, to have someone like her. But what about the book?
Yeah, really.
hmm
What about the book? How true are they going to be to the book? And then you've got of course, like you said, that iconic film in everybody's head. It's kind of hard to get that out.
hmm
Well,
Uh,
this is it. Us old fogies are going to have a hard time because we read the books. And then we had
Exactly.
to accept the last version.
Which
And now we
was-
have to accept this version.
Yeah.
Dawn, keep it down.
Everyone else has known about Dune for a year.
Everyone else
you
has known
think.
about Dune for a year plus. In all caps.
Oh, Dawn, breathe.
It's okay, Don.
Dawn,
This is
we
my
moved-
first chance to actually ask them that question. I know that question is pretty old, but it takes me a while to get around to things. I was like,
the
yeah.
pandemic
well, I
and
got you here.
lockdowns and things like that,
What do you guys think about this? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Sad.
Well, we thought it would be kind of cool if we can see how smart our followers are.
Ooh.
And,
All right. Well, I've got here Star Wars, Star Trek, famous science fiction books, and Doctor Who, I believe, on the ready. But I could start out with some easy Star Wars just to get people warmed up. Easy Star Wars
Sure.
questions. All right,
now,
guys.
everyone, go ahead and answer the questions.
Yeah,
And we'll
so
see
go
if we
ahead
can
and
keep
answer
track
it.
of who
Yeah.
answered first.
Yeah, see who's awake and wake up. It's time for Star Wars. Okay.
Timothée Chalamet is playing Paul, yeah.
First question. You guys probably would know this, but maybe I don't know. Name this administrator of Cloud City who appears in The Empire Strikes Back.
Come on, folks. We know.
Go for it, yep, answer.
Let's see who gets out there first. Come on.
I think he's a great
All I can
action
say is
figure.
Gibbs.
He's a popular action figure.
Oh, do you know there's a guy in the Mandalorian group that's basing a Mando armor on that?
You're kidding.
Yeah.
A Mando with a cape fetish.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yep.
I do not have Disney Plus, so I have not seen Baby Yoda or The Mandalorian.
Oh, really?
And
There we
I
go. Jedi Senshi
Woohoo!
has the correct answer.
He has the correct.
Lando
He has the
Calrissian.
first and last. I don't even remember how to spell the last part. I just say
Yeah,
Lando,
Lando.
just like Beth. Lando. Well done, guys. Well done.
Nice.
I think maybe Danny Glover as Lando in Solo was probably the best part of that
That
film.
was the highlight of the whole film.
I think you're right. I think you are so right.
It's like
Danny Glover.
my capes.
Oh my
That
God.
was beautiful. I could forget the whole movie
Except for that, yeah.
except for that. Well, they cast him so well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
I'm sure
that
that's
movie.
a role Danny Glover's been wanting to play his entire adult life. You know.
That one line. Okay. Oh, okay. This one's too easy, so I'm not going to even ask it. This next one. Oh, this one is kind of easy. What year did the first Star Wars film come out?
I remember how old I was.
I remember how old I was
10.
too. Where were
Come
you?
on,
What
folks,
were you
let's see.
doing? This is so weird to see two Martins like this. He's got a twin. Like he's.
I'm on 2 screens, right?
Yes. So get out of my shot.
I don't think I can. The laser's still in your shot.
Unless he's been cloned and he's just like doing double duty there. All right.
Well, his butt's in this half.
And we have correct answers. You guys are like, oh, this is too easy. Yeah, I think it was like
Beth.
roller skating back then. 1977. Very good. Very good.
I know the rebroadcast is public. So we got a competition, nice competition here going between.
So those are the easy
Jedi
ones. You
Senshi
guys are obviously good to go on the more difficult ones, if I can find one. This might be a bust.
We
This
love
might
our
be too
peeps.
easy.
We do.
I don't like to do things too easily. So let's go here. Yeah. Let's go here. So, oh. Okay.
Watch out for that one.
In The Empire Strikes Back, what did the Millennium Falcon fly into to escape the Imperial fighters?
Oh, yeah.
Gulp.
Dun, dun, dun.
Gulp. That was a great scene.
It was. Was it one of those ones that people studied for special effects?
Yeah, actually, the entire original trilogy. There's so much groundbreaking effects in there, visual effects and model making, and the motion control filming.
And back
was
then,
just-
it was the big movies that did all that. Nowadays, it's the little independent films
Oh
that
yeah,
do it.
yeah.
But it's just like the change, right?
Mhm.
Oh man, we can
Yeah.
do it too. The blue screen is still TikTok. Blue screen was frustrating. We gave up on it.
Close. Needs to be a little more specific than asteroid belt. Yeah.
Ooh, it does. Very close, though. You're on the right track.
Again, the hint is gulp.
I love what they did with that in the Family Guy Star Wars special. Poor Meg.
Poor Meg. poor Meg. I, you know, one day she's gonna just pack up and leave that family. You know.
Yeah, I know.
Come on, guys.
Okay, he did it. Well, we have one with a belt and one with a field. I'll let Martin be the line judge on that one.
Do we want them to go right for the
What's that?
specifics?
Ooh,
Field.
someone says a
Huh?
hole in an asteroid.
A
A hole in an asteroid.
But what was
Okay.
that hole?
What was in the hole?
What was it?
We're not that kind of broadcast.
That's right.
There's a hole. There's a hole. There's a hole in the
Remember-
asteroid.
Remember, this is Disney Plus. This is Disney Plus.
With the creature. There we go.
Creature in the Minox. Yep.
Yay! Good job, guys.
Space slug. There we go. Now we got it. Yep.
Yay, good job, Jedi. Oh, look at Jedi lives up to his name. Well done. Well done. Now, I don't know if these are difficult questions or not, but I had to try and find some other questions.
Well,
Up the
Jedi
level.
Senshi is a very, very short, feisty woman who's been helping us for years with a lot of stuff here in Toronto.
Nice.
And yeah,
Oh,
she's
wow.
got quite the.
Quite the knowledge. Awesome. Oh, good. Well, then I hope to do her proud here by stepping up the game a little bit. Okay. Whew. What is the question? Oh, I forgot what the question is. What were Luke's aunt and uncle's jobs on Tatooine? What did they do for a living?
If you can call it a living.
Yes. What did they do to eke by and survive?
I couldn't do it.
35, 107.
So those of you who know me, I could not be that isolated. Yes, Don, they said field in the film, but
They did.
one asteroid became a creature.
technically he's not wrong. Woohoo! We have a correct answer. We have an echo
Yes.
on my woohoo! Moisture farmers. Well done.
Katie's doing well.
Awesome.
Okay, here's one. How many languages is C-3PO fluent in? Or did I say that right? Grammatically, I added the N. A dangling participle.
That woke you
Well,
up.
that's it, yeah. Come on, scroll. Okay, this
Are we having problems with
Aha.
the cutter?
has to be done without the pencil.
Which
Apparently
was a
Martin's very
rip-off from
frustrated
Dune. Which is a rip-off from R.I.P.
Dawn.
Woohoo! Well done. Well done. 6 million. That is the answer.
6 million.
All right.
9 million.
What?
6
9
million.
million.
Oh,
I'm
6
fluent in over
million
9 million
plus.
forms of communication.
9 million? I thought it was 6 too.
9.
It's 9 million, yeah.
Wow. Well, then
Including Bocce.
my research
And the binary
department
language
was
of moisture
faulty.
evaporators.
I'm gonna have to fire my
Binary
researcher.
load lifters? What?
It's
Oh,
6
Martin.
million plus, so I guess over 6
plus.
million. What year car was used for the Star Wars Celica?
1977.
I
Of course.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so Battlestar Galactica. Ooh, we could do that. I'm hearing this.
That's an evil laugh.
Oh, I know, really. Lyrical
Well,
laugh, too.
Very
God, if we
Mozart.
start laughing
Okay.
like evil queens, we got problems.
Evil queens.
Like a
You
smoker.
need an apple, right?
Huh?
You need an apple in your hand.
An apple, yes.
Yes.
Or a crystal globe, you know.
All right. Let's see here. See.
Don, you're not supposed to ask and answer.
Oh, yeah, really.
He's
Oh
trying
my
to get
gosh.
points.
I want points. So funny.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So, I'm thinking...
What are you guys doing, by the way, while I'm like looking
need
up
some
some more
gold.
questions and stuff in my little
Okay.
bank
the,
here?
the printer, the 3D printer is got some Star Wars pendants that we're making for this. And because they're easy to mail and I can paint them and we can make them up to look like metal. And Martin is working on the parts of our logo in order to be able to cut it out for the back of our vehicle
Oh, nice.
and have a decal. I already flattened.
Did you flatten the gold?
Nice.
They're over there.
Nice.
Is there a
I don't know what I
gold?
flattened
Okay. I'll double check. I didn't see a gold.
because that was back when we were thinking of J Dragon.
Oh my
I
gosh.
see
There's a
green, I
green.
see silver, I see
There's a
black.
silver. And a black.
No, I have not
We don't have a
flattened.
gold. Do we use the green as a background for it, or black as a background?
Ooh, black.
Black? Okay. We used the black as the background.
Hee.
And of course, Martin's goal is to make sure that, space is used wisely.
Mm-hmm.
So there's as little
Right.
scrap as possible.
Well, that's the only gold on the whole logo.
Well, can you put this inside there?
Inside. Let's see if I can separate that. That's a good question. I may have to separate that elsewhere.
It's weird using apps that we're not used to using. But when you work on productions, they provide all the apps and stuff. When you suddenly have your
Oh.
own machine, it's
Yeah. Wow. Have you ever come across something where it just you didn't have quite the right app or system to do what you wanted to do?
quite the right what?
The quite app or application?
Well, yeah, the large laser cutter, if we ever get it back up and going again, because it's in a friend's garage, our biggest problem has been the fact that it's an older machine, and it uses a particular PC, because at a certain point, IBMs and PCs were made very differently than the ones that were made at the same time as this machine. So when the laptop that was running it conked out, we haven't been able to find an appropriate laptop to run it, so we're running it off an old server. and it's very clumsy, and it does some apps and not other apps. So yeah, if we ever get that sucker back up and running, we got to solve that problem too, and find the right type of PC computer to run it off of. So that's the hardest thing, is this technology doesn't necessarily move at the same speed as, the technology of the apps themselves. So the technology of the printer and the cutter is moving faster than the computers.
I know that C.S. Murphy was like talking about how he's just experimenting and he's only printed like maybe 6 things and he's had blowouts and it's taken him a lot of work just to get those 6 pieces.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what it's like, trial and error, trial and error.
Well, this is why we don't mind right now. Like, I mean, we're kind of using this, these may be little prizes for this and stuff like that, but, we're trying to keep the machines going a bit, and just like one roll of PLA is about $37. And
Wow.
that's a lot if you're doing a lot of things that people want to spend $5 on.
Right?
Because the time and the power and it's not just the materials.
Well, he was breaking
But,
that down about how many hours he spends, like just drawing the concept and then putting it together, modeling it in 3D space, and then printing it and whatever. I mean, that is just like 8 hours right there at least.
And on a production set, we're getting paid about $35 an hour each. I'm union, but I'm not like full union like he is, because there's no point in spending that much money on two sets of union
Right.
dues.
Exactly.
So IATSE has this level that you can be union, but you don't get all the medical benefits. So you don't pay the union dues, but you're still union. So you can get on a union set. But they cover both of us as husband and wife. So he's full union so that we have our medical and we pay one set of dues.
That's a
Right.
smart way to go about it, honestly. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Running a small
Well, I'm
business.
sure at some point we're going to be old and decrepit and need both sets of dues, but until then.
Both sets of dues.
Okay.
But yeah, so it makes life easier that way. But yeah, we got to keep going. We got to keep our brains going. We've realized, even being down for the last year or so, it's so frustrating not having the equipment, and that's why we made the investment. So now we got to make enough money to pay them off. But until then, we can't worry about the money. We got to just keep printing things and cutting things and becoming friends with these particular machines.
Right.
That's one way to look at it,
Opportunities
yeah.
like this, yeah.
Well, production is important for any artist or business or art business, if you will. I mean, because it's like a cycle that keeps going, not just with the financial side of it, but also the creative side. I mean, I literally feel, because I haven't been doing the chefy thing since March, like I've lost my mojo. I mean, it's like I can't even make macaroni and cheese, I feel like. I literally feel like I'm dumbing myself down now, and the skills are like I'm losing my touch or something. It's an awful feeling. So I get that. But then there's this other side where I realized how much I needed that job to do the art side of me as well. Like, when you work full time on stuff and then you have that time to be creative, you set aside that time, it's so precious. It's like you think about it all week long. So then when you actually get in the studio, you're like, yes! I don't have that now. It's like it's every day. Like, nothing to make it special,
Well, quite
I
frankly,
guess.
Martin and I just want to stop moving.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I'm just saying, like, how it all kind of works together, and if it changes your routine, no matter, like the dynamic of
We talked
how
about
you
that,
put it all
right?
together. So,
How
many Barbies did you want?
Can it turn into an angle? So Beth is asking, how many Barbies do I want? However many you're willing to give up.
You
We
collect
were
them?
thinking it would be really neat to basically do clothes and stuff, and makeup. She's got some spare dolls, so they're not the big name, super expensive Barbies, but we were talking about putting them up onto a store as well, like create some costumes for them,
Oh, cool.
or create gadgets for them, or armor for them.
Yeah.
And-
Oh,
and-
easily. Yeah.
Put them up as characters.
Make them as fembots.
Mandalorian Barbie. You know.
And Mandalorian Barbie, yeah.
Fembots. Fembots. No,
So
I'm kidding.
we thought we'd do that and see if we can make, yeah, again, keep our skills up and going, and put them up on the new store that'll be coming soon.
She says she
And,
has
yeah.
60. Oh my gosh. 60.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
That's a lot.
How much room is in our storage locker, honey?
Well, for what, 60 Barbies?
60.
60 Barbies doesn't really take up a lot of space, unless they're all still in their boxes. Then it takes up a little bit more space.
Look at the grin. He doesn't even believe himself.
We're trying to weed down what's in the locker.
We have to make some money.
We do, yeah.
We have to survive.
Hey, no,
It's amazing.
we could make it
'cause
work.
When Marlon's parents passed away, and we've got that inheritance. It wasn't huge,
Right?
and we thought, we'll do all these things. We'll pay off the car right away. We'll we'll maybe go on a holiday when COVID lifts.
Or we'll invest some of it,
we'll
put it into
invest.
something like high interest and
Yeah,
Right.
3 months worth of rent left, and that's it.
Wow. Well, you do have some really beautiful pieces of furniture, like that cabinet right next to you there, Christy.
The armoire.
It's beautiful. I mean, it's just I can even just with the minute detail that I can see, it just looks fantastic.
Mhm.
It's just a beautiful piece.
and it's big and it's heavy.
It's big and heavy,
Yeah.
and it takes some space.
Well, we have to hire a mover. We won't let friends do it.
Right, and you guys are moving again, right? Is that correct?
Yep.
Yep.
I think you guys just need to be in a caravan, just hit the road.
Which is there's a few of our viewers when we were back on Periscope. A few of our viewers were trying to talk us into RV life. Just get an RV and then you don't have to worry about it. And it's like, how are we going to cram all of this into an RV?
Yeah,
our
you
working
wouldn't be able
lives
to.
and our personal lives.
I had to
You
leave my
go
piano
insane.
behind in BC. I wasn't going to leave this behind as well.
Right?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, your piano. Ugh.
You can only torture yourself once.
And besides, RV living is not something you want to do on a regular. It'll drive you insane. It would.
Very
So
I
are we
always
ready
say I may
for
live like a
some?
pauper, but
Oh, sorry. I just
my brain thinks I'm a queen.
I know that feeling. I am worth it. I am worth it. Anyway,
See, and I
but
can get away with saying that. Martin
Yeah.
might have to say something different.
thank
Sorry,
you.
what?
Unless, do you want to be a queen too?
We keep getting into that, don't we?
You guys can be co-queen.
He's that guy that we were talking to on the phone earlier today. Both of us calling him honey and darling. And
Yes. Yes,
Are you
he
guys ready
doesn't
for
mind you calling me honey.
some Star Trek trivia? I'm going to switch gears and go to
Yeah.
Star
sure, let's
Trek.
go for it.
All right, guys. So this one's fairly easy. If you saw
Everyone
the
share.
pilot, the original series gave us Captain Kirk, of course, but who was the captain in the pilot episode? Who was the captain in the
back to-
pilot?
Yeah.
It was not it's not James T. Kirk.
Mm.
It was not.
And the character was brought back for the Discovery series.
Yes.
hmm
I think he was brought back a few times. I'm not really sure. Well
There we go.
done.
That's got
There it is.
Christopher Pike.
Christopher Pike. Yes. He was the captain of the Enterprise of the pilot episode.
Yep.
Now, can anybody tell me the name of that pilot episode for extra points or 5 points? Not that I'm
The
keeping
original
track.
name or the finally.
The
yeah.
name of the pilot. There was like a name.
The original pilot?
Yeah.
Let's see what they say.
See if anybody knows that one. That's a little harder. I'm not.
enough.
By the way, I wasn't keeping score. You're just gonna have to watch the replay to see who got the point. I should
Well, I'll
have
double check. So far, it really is a matter
Hello
between
from
Beth
Kapolei.
and Jedi Senshi.
Hello, bro, Hawaii.
Hello, bro.
Ooh, we have a right answer, and it's the cage.
Yeah.
The cage.
Was it not the Menagerie? Was
Nope.
the original pilot? The aired pilot that had
Oh,
Kirk and the
it's
the
cage.
court martial thing. That was the cage.
It says well, I'm
original
just reading.
pilot.
Christopher Pike was the captain of the Enterprise in the pilot episode of Star Trek entitled "The Cage." The episode was remade later as part of the regular series. And
Oh, did
Pike
I
was
get it
brought
maybe
back as a
backwards?
character
Right.
in a wheelchair. Remember that? Yep. He also
Yep.
returned on Star Trek Discovery. So we were, yeah. So you were correct about how they brought him back. I thought he was both in the series on TV brought back, and then of course on Discovery. Good job. All right. So who played Captain Pike's first officer in The Cage? Name the actress.
Come on, folks, you should know it.
If it wasn't for her, the whole world would have just collapsed when it came to Star Trek.
I need a short roll of tape. A short roll of tape.
And when she was recast for Discovery, they did an excellent job.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
you know,
I was just thinking that
realize you played
too.
her. Major
Woohoo,
Barrett Roddenberry.
We have
That's
a correct answer. Well done, Beth. Yes, correct. She played number 1, and they brought that number one back. The title.
Now, one of the fun things about Major was when Toronto Trek had her as a guest, I was media relations, and I had her booked in for her interviews and everything. And
Cool.
the first interview was coming up. It was a Friday evening, and I get basically her guest liaison comes running down and says, Major won't come down for her interview until she has her wine. And I said, what do you mean Major won't come down for an interview unless she has her wine? My media room is not legal for
It's
alcohol.
not the licensed bar.
And it was like, don't worry, we'll talk to the green room. So
Hey, Edward.
before I know it,
Was it like a
I'm being
nerve
asked
thing
to
for
come
on her
down.
part? I mean, why would maybe she just wanted to like she was nervous or something, or
no, she just there are
It's her
certain
thing.
things she doesn't do unless she has wine.
It's her thing, you know?
So
Well,
I
I
was told to
can
go
understand, I
to the
guess.
green room for the guest green room.
Hi, Edward.
And I went down there and I was handed a thermos. And I'm like, it's a thermos of wine?
A thermos of wine.
What?
This is good stuff. I
So
love this.
she looks, the green room lady looks at me and goes, honey, no. There's a wine glass in there. Just because you can't walk around with a wine glass in the open, we keep putting her wine in a thermos. All you have to do is very carefully reach in and pull her wine glass out and everything will be
It
fine.
was like one of those big, like growler-sized thermoses, right? Before growlers came about, but you know.
So I did. I got back to the
Hilarious.
media room and she was sitting there waiting for me. And I opened it up and I reached in and I pulled it out and I handed it to her and she was like, thank you. And then we started the interview.
Oh wow! Well, there you go. Whatever works, you know. Ozzy Osbourne picking out the green M&Ms or whatever it was.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. So Jerry Ryan in
or
a movie
the red
recently.
ones. I
Nice.
can't remember.
Nice. And can I add a question to that trivia?
Dude, go for it. It's this
Does,
is your game. I'm just here to help.
Who played number 1 in Discovery?
Number 1. Number 1. Ooh, I know this, but I'm
Who
I'm
played
not
Major's
playing.
character in Discovery?
Who played Pike's number 1? Major wasn't married to Jean during the series. That's correct.
true.
Yeah, they got married afterwards. So she was still technically Major Barrett. But
Yes, she was.
They're all going, hold on, Discovery?
Hold on,
Talk about
Discovery. Star Trek trivia can be tricky if you flip around between the series because you're like, oh, my brain can't think like that.
Flat enough to work with?
I don't care if you like Discovery or not. It could pay our bills. So let's support it at least another season.
That's
There
very
you
true.
go.
Where'd our scissors go?
Ooh, Beth hasn't seen Discovery.
Ooh.
So I don't know if it's spoilers or not, but
Anybody?
there's the
Anybody?
scissors.
It's not spoilers. It's already aired.
Well,
No
if
spoilers.
Beth hasn't seen it, it's a spoiler for her, right?
Oh, I see. So Beth has, first of all, I have an unhealthy reliancy on her, and you've just declared that if Beth didn't
Oh.
see it, it's not valid.
Oh, I see. Oops. Wasn't Jerry Ryan a number 1? A number 1 where I'm trying to remember.
God, at this point, Beth's ego is going to start getting big and big and big and big.
Wasn't Jerry Ryan a number 1? Martin?
Where is she? Scott
Scott
Bakula?
Bakula? Female.
Jedi essentially is the correct initials.
Ooh.
assuming she just
Or-
Keep
typed out the
going,
right
Jetty.
name.
Go, 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 go.
Well, no, it just says RR.
Come on, Jedi.
Come on, Katie, darling.
You can do it.
Basically, it has a connection to X-Men.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's awesome.
good hint.
I'm so blue.
Way to hint.
But she's already got it.
Oh, this is true, yeah. All right, so we are going to start with the
She
gold.
just wanted to take the shortcut. I don't blame
Yeah.
her. Nice. Come on, type it out.
That's what I make people
So
do. I
We're
mean,
literally just cutting a piece big enough for... Just cutting a piece big enough to...
You're overlapping
Okay.
me.
Hmm?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the right size for the back of a car, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
do we have a correct answer there? Do we?
To Becca. No, it's an R.
Well, he corrected himself. By the way, good evening, Edward. Edbud. I'm
But
watching
yeah.
what Martin's doing. I'm kind of getting...
We are right.
Rebecca Romijn,
Well done. Well done, well done.
who was Mystique in the first X-Men,
Yes.
two X-Men movies.
I'm
Yes.
so blue.
Oh, wow, I could actually do that if you want to be that. I
right, I
actually
need
have
someone to put this
filters
iPad.
on this. I have a special effects filter for this. I can
Well, then
literally
move the
turn
laser.
myself blue. Let's see if I can
Let's
do
not
it.
make anyone sick.
I can literally make myself blue. Right here. Here we go. I'm very smurfy right now.
Ooh.
Isn't it cool?
Hmm?
I love it. I'm messing around with my filters. I
That is
I,
what
um,
spelling, isn't it?
That's
installed
correct,
my...
Rebecca Romijn. Yeah, with the J-I-N.
Oh yeah, you're right. The blue filter is interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, her blue filter.
Yes. This is eyeglasses. I installed it as a filter because my lighting, just no matter where I live, it always sucks. It's either too bright or too dark. So just I can adjust the lighting. I can also zoom my face so it's not like all the background in the back. Yeah. Okay, here's a question. Here's another question, you guys. According to the results from the 2013 Star Trek convention, what was the 7th best Star Trek film ever? The seventh
best Star Trek.
Of
Well,
course.
it wasn't it wasn't what God wanted to do with a starship.
Oh yeah, really.
Oh man. We are not proud of the fact that William Shatner is Canadian. We just
What was the seventh Star Trek film?
The 7th
Was,
best.
Sorry?
Yeah,
the seventh.
Hello
Yeah, I
from
wish you
Cleveland.
guys-
Hello, Cleveland. I'm in Cleveland too. How do you know? Talking and grubbing media. Well, good to see you. I'm over by Lake Erie in
Don't have a
Lakewood.
clue. Yeah.
Well, okay, your choices. How about if I narrow it down? Insurrection, First Contact, Galaxy Quest, or Into Darkness. Those are your choices. I'll make this multiple choice. Out of
Okay.
those four, which one? Don't have a clue. So, yeah, that one's a
These guys from
toughie.
Generations.
Like, you have to have been at the 2013 Star Trek convention. Like, I I know what my answer might be. It might not be the same as this. Well, the
Yes,
answer
Generations
is
isn't it?
Galaxy Quest. It
You're
was
kidding
voted-
me.
Yeah, I
Was
know.
it?
Which was pretty ironic since Galaxy Quest is not a Star Trek film at all. The comedy movie starred Tim Allen and Sigourney Weaver. And I was going to say, Galaxy Quest? Like, people were like, what? You know, of course it was a satire of science fiction, but it was very popular.
We were still working for Paramount Home Video promos and
Trick
everything back
question.
then.
Oh,
And we went to see Galaxy Quest, and we sat through the whole movie going, I know exactly that person. I know exactly that person. I know exactly that
we
person.
could
It's a
put
loving homage, isn't
Spanish
it?
names to each of the characters in the convention scene.
That is funny.
It's pretty
So
crazy.
yeah,
Relate them
that
to
one
the people
is
we knew.
to go back to normal here. That one was a trick question. Sorry guys, I shouldn't throw those in there, but I thought that was kind of see if anybody got that. Like Galaxy Quest, what is that?
Never give up, never surrender.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, and what was
Well, here's a film question here. What was what?
But
I'm just trying to think what
all waiting for
one of
you.
the aliens in Galaxy Quest, one of the alien characters. Trying to remember who he. Oh, it's
I keep thinking
from The
Spaceballs.
Office.
I keep thinking the movie Spaceballs.
Rainn Wilson. Rainn Wilson from The Office was one of the
Oh,
aliens in
yes.
Galaxy Quest.
Yes.
And now in Star Trek in Discovery,
Oh my God, he's mud.
he's playing Harry Mudd,
Is he really?
or at least in the first season. Yeah.
Oh wow. That's funny.
Yeah.
But
He
it's funny
must
to see
be
him in
total-
Galaxy Quest. You could see the face, but yeah.
Nice. I'm so there.
You guys are
All right,
going to know
next
this one. You guys are going to know this one. Which Trek movie featured the first entirely CG sequence in film history? So this is like groundbreaking CG film.
Just running perimeter. Just have to slide the vinyl down just a hair. So here's a. There's no setting for vinyl in their pre-made settings.
Uh-oh.
So this is going to be a test. I've taken the settings for paper and I've dialed the heat back a bit, dialed the temperature back a
Yes,
bit.
because
the vinyl's
vinyl can
thinner,
melt.
and it's thinner than paper. So here's
Ooh.
hoping.
Exhaust fan.
Don't start a fire.
No, if it
We
melts, it
didn't
won't be a
start
fire.
the
It'll be like
It would
It'll
be
be
one of the
interesting.
older ones. It would be one of the older ones.
sounded like there was some stuff in the fan.
Yeah, probably blew in from outside because there's no. But there's good suction. That's the little flapper closing the secondary thing. So
Yeah.
good suction. We got good suction.
Martin, we're not that kind of broadcast. Mm-mm.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay.
Oh my gosh. That's almost as bad as how
Did we
many.
all forget the question?
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Sorry. I think this was stumping people. Which Trek movie featured the first entirely CG sequence in film history? Do you guys know it? Do you guys know what the answer would be? Just take a guess at it.
Now with the fan and everything on, I can't hear you. Hang on, I'm gonna take a risk and crank the volume up, and then back away. Okay, there we go. Hopefully it doesn't echo now. Okay. Yay! Nope, we seem to be okay. CG. Entire CG. Damn it, was it?
Well,
It
I
has
think
to
we
do
could
with the
actually stand to have
Genesis
the
device?
power a little bit higher. So I'm going to run a second.
Your hint
Second
is
on
it
this?
has.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Your hint is it has to do with the Genesis device being deployed.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So CG, very early CG. Okay, so it's Wrath of Khan. The Wrath of Khan. And it's that whole sequence. Khan! Good. It's the scene in the movie during which the Genesis device is deployed and is shown destroying and then later terraforming an entire planet. That's all done in CG, and it was the first of its kind. Wrath of Khan? Now they come in. Now they come in. Khan. Beth
All
came
right,
in
Beth got
before-
it.
Beth got that one.
There's probably a bit of a delay.
There was definitely a delay because I was like reading it and she was popping up before I said it. So,
What was that?
ooh, and then back to Majel Barrett. Which Star Trek series did she
Night,
not
Beth.
appear in? With all the
I think
different
we could run that
series,
again.
which one was she not in, Majel Barrett?
I never stopped to think about that.
And I can give you choices if that would help. And this
course
is kind
it
of
does.
multiple choicey. Was it the animated series, Voyager, Discovery, or no? She's been a part of every series. Trick question. The answer is she has not been a part of every series. So just knock that one off. So was she not in the animated series? Was she not in Voyager? Was she not
gonna
in
be quiet now.
Discovery?
Because I know which one.
Who? What? What's a?
Which series was Majel not in? Don't
Was
say it
Majel
because
not
they have
in?
to. They have to.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And he blurts out the answer. Oh no,
It's kind of
Beth,
a
go
given.
plug in, go
kind of a
plug
given.
in, plug it in, plug it in. She said her
Plug it
phone's
in,
about to
plug it
die. If you stop stabbing me, I would not die.
Beth. Everyone share. Beth, share before you go. And I'm going to take a moment to remind everyone that what we're doing for the sponsorships is once we reach $40 a month, anyone who is a sponsor will get a discount on stuff we build, and that includes custom quotes.
That's awesome. We have a right answer. It is Discovery.
Yes, it is.
Well done. And you knew that. You knew that. You knew that one. I mean, you know that she drinks wine before interviews. So.
Yeah, you know, it just does the body right.
No, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but I personally think that her dark black hair was the best. What happened there? What was that such a change?
Oh, when she was in, when she was number one, right?
Yeah, I mean, why did they change that up? Was that something that they had like a focus group said, oh,
Not sure.
she looks too much
Maybe
like a femme
something
fatale,
about
or
wanting
just
that sort of blonde nurse kind of look as
Yeah,
Nurse Chapel, and then
yeah.
it kind of changed. Oh,
Breaking stereotypes.
breaking stereotypes, maybe.
Blonde
Yeah,
and smart.
yeah, could be.
Ooh, blonde and smart. I think
and then there's
you're
the-
right.
then
I
there's
think
the-
there's a
the-
reason for it. There was a reason for
Then
it.
there's the
and
green
it
face.
changed. The green face, yeah, that was a good one. She's looking at you funny.
There's a little story there.
Do you have a thing for the green?
When they were doing makeup tests for the Andorian, or for the not Andorian, the
Dancer.
Orion slave girl,
Yeah.
they used Majel as a test subject for the makeup tests, right? So they did her in the green face paint and did some camera tests and sent the film over to the lab to be developed, and it came back and she was still flesh tone. And they're like,
weird.
oh, well, that's not work. Okay, more pigment to the green. Do it again. Try thicker green. Maybe it's just not showing up on camera. Sent it to the lab. Got the film back. Viewed it. She was still flesh tone. This went on for a little while, and eventually they came over to the lab, and they said, we're trying to get this green effect, but we're noticing it's not coming through. Do you guys have any suggestions? And they say, oh, you want her to be green? We thought there was a problem with the camera.
So they just probably kept like
So they were
making her
color correcting the camera
They were-
tests.
dip dry. The poor girl was probably like sprayed a million times or whatever. Dipped in green. She's probably green
you
for
want
weeks.
her to be green.
You want her to be green. That's too funny.
So I've done about 5 passes, and I'm not sure if it's actually gone through. We may actually have to step up the power level quite a bit. I'm going to pull that one out, risk wasting that little bit,
All right.
and we'll see if it actually cut through.
You actually made it smaller than I thought you would. No one's going to see that in the back of the car.
Well, with the background, it's going to be about that big with the text around it. We could make it bigger. Maybe. We could always make it bigger.
I'm a Toronto kid. Everything's got to be bigger.
Like, how big do we want it and where on the car? Actually, is a,
What do you mean,
is a good
where?
point. What do you mean, where? The way you put your...
Back bumper. I
Yeah.
want,
Yeah.
you know. d- People should be able to see it if they're driving
We
behind
can
us.
make it better. We can make it bigger. Okay.
Well, did it cut through?
We'll find out. That we'll find out. Excuse me. I'm going to put this
See,
behind you.
this is where you lose all the money, of course. It's the new machine, and you're trying to deal with things. And this machine is so different from the one we're used to working with. Because the one we're used to working with is a much more industrial one, and you basically lay out code, right? And each code for each different material, and your list of materials is massive. But on this one, it's like, this is what I do. I do this stuff, I do this stuff, I do this stuff. Right? So you got to kind of coax it to
Yeah,
do
no,
things
that's
that it's not on the list.
you're like 5
And
passes.
vinyl is
It's just
not on
not.
the list.
So I'm going to use that piece as a test piece to test cut some random rectangles and or circles and see what I can get out of it.
Yeah, that's not.
It's I would have thought compared with cutting paper.
It's obviously
Yeah.
thicker.
Here, I'm going to try this. I'm going to take some paper
Okay, throw it in the machine.
and throw it.
Hey, Katrina. Hello, Katrina. She dyed it to differentiate from number 1 so she could be in Star Trek. I think that might have been a...
Like, there's no. He's done multiple passes, and there's still no. There's a little bit of scoring that you can kind of just feel with your nail. So this is where we start losing money. Is to basically get the machine to do things that it doesn't want to do. So, and then once we figure out what the actual formula is, so to speak, that's when we write it down and say, okay, this is what it's going to be. So yeah, it's so this is where you start losing that money. But if you don't do this ahead of time, when the job comes up and the gig comes up, then you're not going to be able to. You're not going to be able to do the job in any effective amount of time.
There we go. Sorry about that. I got booted for a second. I don't know.
What happened?
Sometimes our internet after 5 o'clock will drop for like a minute. It's been happening a lot lately, and it's just like you call the company and they're saying there's nothing wrong with your internet. So I don't know if it dropped or if it was just me. But I went to click on Katrina's. I went to say hi to Katrina. I was going to respond, and next thing I know, I was out of the bar broadcast. So, too much. Okay. How are you guys with Doctor Who trivia?
Bring
How
it.
are we with Doctor
Bring it
Who?
on.
Bring it on. Okay. You came to play.
All the way
Should we?
back to the first Doctor.
Oh, I know, right? Of course,
We don't
who's
mean
your
the new first one? But the first one.
the first one? No, I figured that. So who's your favorite Doctor? Do you have a fave?
Oh, kind of.
You have
John
more than
Pertwee
one.
was where I started, so he's always going to be the one that brought me into the world of being a Whovian.
And he was kind of the action hero. He was the James Bond Doctor Who, right?
And Tom Baker, of course, was the longest running, and I'm a huge fan of doing Romana #1 as cosplay, so that helps. Sylvester McCoy is full of personality, so that helps. And when I was younger, I kind of had a crush on Peter Davidson.
Oh, I can see that.
I'm not as infatuated by him anymore because, of course, my life has grown up and everything, but I was still having a crush on this young blonde guy that went from being a vet in one show to being the Doctor when I met Martin, who was dressed as Doctor Number
I
5.
was cosplaying
when I met him.
that version of the Doctor.
See, I knew I would touch on something here. Yes, do tell. All right.
I do like some of the newer Doctors, but again, my heart is where I started with the show.
Mhm.
Same
How about you?
Yeah,
How about you,
I
Martin?
didn't have a crush on Peter Davison, but no. I like John Pertwee for the action stuff, and Tom Baker was, over the top. He had a lot of adventures in the 7 years that he played the Doctor. Excuse me, I need my water.
Tom Baker is
And,
probably my
Sylvester McCoy.
I think Tom Baker was definitely my
seventh-
gateway.
Yeah.
He's the gateway Doctor.
He was the
But,
gateway Doctor for me.
Sylvester McCoy, the 7th Doctor. Just because
Nice.
he's got such a great, the actor has such a great history and background in vaudeville and a lot of the sort of stage stuff and slapstick.
Unlimited
And he
rice
brought this
pudding.
unlimited rice pudding. He brought this great character. He was dark, yet he was always comedic, right, in a way. So,
So, since we have people saying new Doctor, new Who only,
yeah.
how about this one? This is a good question for new Who's, for new Whovians. Can you name every actor to portray the Doctor since 2005?
since 2005. They're going to be.
You can just do like the last name if you want to. You don't have to do the first and
all the
last.
way back to 1.
Well, we can do all of them,
I'm
including
thinking you guys can do all of them.
But it's easier for us to speak it than it is for them to type
That's
it.
true, yeah. I'm gonna get myself some more water. How's yours?
It could use a top up.
Could you just top up?
Yeah, since 2005.
We could be nicer about it and just say like just name at least one since 2005. Just name at
Just so
least
everyone is
one.
aware, I am pouring
For
water
the
from our
people in
jug,
the
not
comments.
doing anything else.
Not wine from a thermos, okay? Because it's not that kind of show.
Maybe. Okay.
We could argue about how many holes there are in a straw.
Depends on how thinly you slice it.
Ooh. Nope, nobody's commenting.
I mean, well,
Oh, yes,
that's
there we go.
type
Oh,
of-
look at her. She's got 4 out of 5. You didn't have to do that many, but that's awesome.
There's a comma, so there's more.
She's got one more, maybe. Eccleston, Tennant,
Eccleston.
Smith, and those are all correct.
And Whitaker.
Yes.
Whitaker is another
Don't
one.
forget,
Yep.
there's one other in there that they
Oh,
tucked
yeah.
in there that
That's
people try to ignore for some reason, but
I don't know why. He's a great
I don't know.
actor.
Well, she should get 5 points
It's
for
a
that.
tool, not a weapon. What are you going to do? Assemble a cabinet at me?
She should definitely get, or she. I'm just assuming she. Oh my god, I can't even read who's saying it.
Yeah, you missed one, Katie.
Jetty.
Hurt. That's right.
That's right.
But that's okay. They've got more than enough. So okay, so I want to hear you guys name all of them. I just
Oh,
want to
Paul
hear
McGann as well.
Okay.
starting from the beginning.
No.
William
William
Hartnell.
Hartnell. Patrick Troughton. John Pertwee.
Tom
Baker.
Mm-hmm.
Peter Davison. Colin Baker. Sylvester McCoy. Paul McGann.
Yeah,
Yep,
Paul
Paul
McGann.
McGann. Then
And
Christopher Eccleston.
Then-
David Tennant.
Smith,
Matt Smith.
Peter Capaldi,
John Hurt. Peter Capaldi.
John
and-
Hurt, Jodie Whittaker,
Jodie Whittaker, yeah.
Joe Martin,
There
and
was
David Bradley.
Also in there. There was also in there the first Doctor by for the movies, which was a different
Which
actor.
was separate from everything else. The 2 Doctor Who movies was Peter Cushing.
The cat. Ooh, that's
There were 2
right.
Doctor Who Dalek movies, which were completely outside the series canon.
Well
And
done,
since
guys.
He had already lost the first actor. He had passed away by then.
That's right. Yeah.
They brought Peter Cushing in. to do the Doctor.
Actually, more recently, what was it? Was it David Breyer
That's right.
or-
in the lineup.
in the
All
lineup
actors.
that more recently in the new series to show as the first Doctor, and they did like a documentary, docudrama on the creation of the Doctor Who series, and they cast him as the first Doctor as well.
It was brilliant.
I cannot share your
They cast him as-
broadcast
as well as
while
John
we're live here, can I? I have to like go out and be in the comment section, correct?
Say again?
I just wanted to know. I probably while I'm in the broadcast studio, I can't share your broadcast, right? I'd have to be like out of the broadcast, watching in the comments, and then I can share it. Because I'm looking and I'm like, oh, I can't share
Well,
this.
it's coming through on your feed, right? So it's David Brierly. Yeah, okay.
Well, you know,
Sorry, David Bradley.
there's something I wanted to share with you guys about a Twitter hashtag that works really well, besides hashtag art. And that is that pencils and paint thing. Hashtag pencils and paint. Both plural, all one word.
Oh.
You guys try it and see what happens. You have to use it on a regular basis, but it literally helps. For some reason, it's a trending Twitter hashtag for artists, and it seems like every time I use it, I get a really nice influx of people coming from Twitter. So
Excellent.
give it a try. Yeah, give it a try. I think it takes a little doing to get caught up in the algorithms, but see if that helps, because I've been telling that to artists, and everybody who uses it consistently, they start to see an increase in viewership and follows and all of that stuff. Not that like we're all about that, but it doesn't hurt either, especially with this
Well,
challenge thing. But you guys
our
have
goal.
definitely, from what I can see, now that they've lowered the 250, I'm sure you've got more than 254. That's just 254 eyeballs and thumbs ups or something. I really wish they could show us like how many people have actually viewed this while you're live, but
Well, it's still a
um,
beta, so they're still working on it.
yeah, but it's definitely. I know it's like every time I'm like, oh, only 156, and then I go off. I'm like, what? The numbers just never match. But I do know that hashtag art works really well, and hashtag pencils and paints.
Well, our goal, our primary goal here, is to be able to get rid of the Patreon.
Hmm.
Right,
We're on too many apps. We're in too many directions. Can't keep
right.
track of it.
Oh, it's nice to
So,
have it all funneled in one place, so you just do one and done, right? And that's what I like about this app,
well, and
personally.
Yeah. Hmm.
and with Patreon, you're setting your levels. So in order to teach people, we
Oh,
have to come up with content, like only once a month, but still we have to have that set day, the set time. And if work comes up, there's no guarantee we can hold on to that. Here we can go on and off whenever we want. So what we've done here is once we reach a minimum $40 of
right,
support,
right.
like of the my brain just went blank.
Sponsorship.
Sponsorship.
Thank you.
Then what we'll do is anyone who's sponsoring us
Hmm.
will get a discount if they ask us to build something or a quote, or if we built it on air, they get the chance to buy it first before it goes to the store type thing. That way, there's something happening with the money they're putting in every month.
That's awesome. That is really awesome. And that's worth it, to make it like a Patreon anyway, because they're getting something, you're giving something, but you don't have to go crazy coming up with several different ways to Sunday to do that. You just got one, you
Yeah,
know.
our schedules are own because we're letting people know in the morning what we're doing. And
Hmm.
it's not completely based on teaching them. A lot of people, it's just a matter of they want to know how their thing was built.
Hmm.
Now, I'm going to try this. Well, I like to experiment at night, but it's, gotta keep thinking today's Friday. It feels like Friday. Either Friday or Saturday when I go live, I am going to do a custom RTMP for Twitter so that when I am broadcasting, it's literally live on Twitter at the same time. It can be done. Now, whether or not it can be
Hmm.
done after Periscope ends, yet remains to be seen. Like, who knows what Twitter's doing? But I learned this from another broadcaster, Eileen Davis, and she said, "Yeah, here's what you do. You know how Periscope has a producer? Well, so does Twitter. They have a studio. I should just go to my notes. I've got these. It's technically, in theory, this works. That's how she does it, and she's really big on Twitter. And so she's got a lot of her followers coming in from Twitter. That's another Twitter hack that might help you out if you guys to help grow your Twitter as well. Let's see if I can find so many notes. Too many notes. Oh, sorry. That's from Mozart, isn't it? Where is it? Where is it? I got this somewhere. Well, while I'm looking at that, I don't know. You guys just explain to people what you're doing. David Bradley, Joe Martin again. Somebody's like, they're like writing all the. I love it.
Mm,
Where is it?
I wanted to see if I can get closer to the. But this is the one that I'm using to hear you.
Oh, I found it. I found it.
So
There
I
it
don't
is.
want to. And see echo all of a sudden.
Well,
I'll
see,
have
what
to
I'm
do
thinking
it.
of doing is once I figure it out and I'm successful at it, I'll like go over this again, kind of like almost like a tutorial. But basically, you get the Twitter link is studio.twitter.com/. Ooh, I can't even read my own writing. What the heck?
Hey,
Hi, Katrina.
Katrina's back.
Producer /producer/sources. So you get to that Twitter link, and then there's this media studio, it's called, and then and then you go into I think it's called a media studio producer, going live on Twitter. To get basically to create your own RTMP from Twitter. So you click on like the sources tab, and then you click on create source, just like you did when you were in Periscope Producer, if you're familiar with
like
doing
the
it that way.
OBS.
Yeah, so it's a similar thing. As a matter of fact, it's almost the exact same process. It's just that's how you find it on Twitter. So I'm going to try it, and then I'll maybe even, like I said, do a tutorial with all the links and all of that stuff. But it says, shows you to choose it. And obviously you don't want to share your RTMPs with people live on screen or anything, because then they can take over your account. But yeah, so you just give it a source name, all of that. It sounds really technical, but once you get in there, it's pretty easy to create. And then you just drop it in, like when it says where you want it for your destination, and you go down to the bottom, which says custom RTMP, and that's where you would drop it. So I'm going to give that a try and see how it works. I imagine you would leave. I don't know if you would leave that. You know how you have that toggle Twitter? You could toggle Twitter off or on. I don't know. I'm going to try it both ways just to see what happens.
Katrina, it is a little bit of an effort, but if you can get out there and get more people and.
I know, like verbally explaining it is kind of crazy, but like the way Eileen showed it, she presented it on screen. It was like, click here, type this in, done, take that, you got it. It's really not that hard to create a custom RTMP.
Trying a few tests, just trying them out in the paper right now.
Everyone who used Producer on Periscope knows how to do it, I would hope.
Yeah, even on the paper settings, it's not going through.
Okay.
I tried slowing it down and increasing the heat and increasing the depth. Interesting.
Our machine should be fine.
Oh, the machine's good.
I haven't lost it or anything.
I don't see smoke. I don't smell burning vinyl, so we're good.
That's the.
Oh, did you? Katrina, you found a device to broadcast with? That's awesome.
What'd you find?
I don't know. What kind of
thing?
I have a nice thing
Really nice
to broadcast with.
Send better. Try again.
Just try again, not dragon, right?
Try again.
I hear dragon everywhere now.
Somebody stop that man from saying
Stop
dragon.
dragging my heart around.
Oh, darling. So, Katrina, what did you find?
Katrina, we're waiting. What did you find?
With bated breath.
Katrina here is a really loyal person here. She's just so good. She's such a nice, supportive
She's
viewer.
one of our sponsors.
I thought so. I was just going to ask you because I see active sponsor on there, and she's one of my sponsors as well. Isn't that great?
Nice.
We have to have her on sometime. A nice mirrorless Nikon camera. Ooh. Oh, Nikons are nice. Nikon. Very cool.
Martin and I are big Canon fans because they speak to Apple devices.
That's true. I was just thinking I like Canon, but Nikons are nice. I mean, well, for Katrina is formerly from Columbus, Ohio, and now she lives in Arizona. So today, when the blizzard blew in, I decided to to show it. I mean, I wasn't staying out for too long. Didn't want to freeze my arse off, but I thought I'm going to do this for Katrina. Snow. We haven't had much snow. I was like, the next time it snows, I'll show you, and it hasn't snowed at all. But did you guys get hit at all?
We did yesterday. Or was it the day before? It was the day before. But it was it dropped to negative 11 with the wind chill, and it went from I think negative 3 or 4, and then suddenly it hit negative 11 with the wind chill, and snow was right there. And now we've leveled out to about negative 8 or 9.
Wow.
So the snow's staying, but at least we're not at negative 11 anymore.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Jedi.
Later, Katie.
See you later. And actually, I think I'm going to call it a night because my supper's calling me. I have
Oh,
late
no.
night suppers. I'm gonna go get something to eat here, and yeah, that was just me hanging in, dropping in a little trivia. You guys are like too good.
That was cool. Yeah, we got to do this again.
Yeah.
Invite us on one of yours.
You know what? I need to do more of that. What I found was I was doing it wrong or something. Like when you do it, like I announce pre-live, and then I say, "Oh, so and so is going to be here," and then I was like, "Why aren't they showing up?" I realized you have to uninvite and re-invite when you go live for some strange reason because they're not going to get the notification. Either they're lost in the shuffle, or they're just because it doesn't show up that I've invited. So I have to like when I go pre-live and set everything up again, I have to like uninvite and then reinvite. Weird.
Well, now we know that if you invite it when you set it up as a post, you automatically came in. It's just we weren't paying attention to the right screen.
Yeah. It showed up on the computer screen behind us.
I snuck in while you guys weren't looking. I just hacked the broadcast. So, guys, I will talk to you later. And yeah, this has been
Thank you,
fun.
Michelle.
I liked turning blue for you. I can do all kinds of other things on here. I was on Leggy Lady's broadcast before this, and I was just tripping out with Kaleidoscope, and there's some other filters on this. But this is eyeglasses, which is what you can have through through eCam, which I already have installed on my computer. So I thought, oh look, it's showing up as a filter. I can use it. I can do crazy stuff. But yeah, they were like starting to talk about baseball, and that's when I did this one. I was like, oh, baseball, baseball. Oh yeah, baseball. I love it. I can bring in emotions. My favorite one. Good night, guys. I'll talk to you later. How do I get up? Do I hang up the phone? Hang up the phone. Yeah, the cat's sleepy and hungry.
Take care of yourself and stay safe.
And
so I am going back over to the computer to make sure everything's okay.
Awesome.
You keep
I'll
talking
keep
because
talking
you're
to
on
these
camera.
guys, yeah.
Oh, and volume can go back down
until
yeah. someone else wants to come on.
This one. Good idea.
Oh yeah, we look good.
Where's the volume buttons?
We look good.
There we go. Now we don't have the crazy echoes going on anymore because we don't have to hear Michelle as she's gone off to take care of her dinner.
Don't have to hear her. That's not nice.
Hmm?
We don't have to hear Michelle. That's not nice.
No. Yeah, yeah. She's not there to hear anymore.
I see. Is that what we're trying to say?
In my awkward little way.
Oh, Martin.
Yeah.
Martin.
So that was a lot of fun doing the little bit of sci-fi trivia there. Be definitely something that would be fun to do a little more regularly. Nice little time filler when we're between projects. And Dawn, this is not the Fire Hydrant Appreciation Society meeting.
Not this time.
We let the dogs out.
Oh.
Actually, the dogs are in the storage locker. All the droids are in the storage locker.
Oh, and Chris is playing with his 3D printer on his broadcast.
Oh, really? Huh? Apparently it's a 3D printer night out there on HAPS.
Apparently so.
As ours is busily running along here. 41% of the way done.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Bad at all.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to check in on Vince because I like checking in on Vince.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I saw Eric was here a little earlier. So I'm
That's
assuming
true, yeah.
he's moved
Yeah,
on.
we'll
to
see
other
who we'll see who drops in. I mean, we're an hour and a half into the broadcast. It's only 20 after 9 here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So while the 3D printer's running and we've been chit-chatting and doing trivia and stuff like that, I've been mucking around with some settings on the laser. We're trying to cut some adhesive vinyl to make some bumper stickers for the car, basically.
So we can do that.
Huge shoulder in the left camera. We're doing that split screen stuff again, right? Wherever that was, somewhere over here, right? I actually don't have a preview of it where I'm standing, so I can't tell whether, where the shoulder is giant and like a fiddler crab, right? So how do you tell if you got your 250 views? After your broadcast, you can look at the analytics. I don't know if you can tell live during the broadcast or not.
Or you can go to your own profile on another device or another window, and we see that we have gotten 14 responses with thumbs up and hearts. We've gotten 1 award.
Yep.
And we've gotten 261 views.
261 views. So there you go. So yeah, if you log on a different device, like Christina said, you can see those analytics. $261. That's not bad. It's been good. PAPS put out that posting earlier today. They were very apologetic about, the fact they're getting so many people on PAPS and so many people are broadcasting, and we're all competing for this HAPS challenge, and which means everyone's broadcasting, but there's not enough people left over to watch. So they're getting they reduced the number of views to 250 from 500, and by all means, promote to the people on the other platforms. Get them to jump around. Get them to view on Facebook, then drop onto HAPS, then go to a different platform as well, and that'll increase the views as well. Katrina, thank you so much.
Share,
Absolutely. The high award. Hi, Katrina, thank you so much.
Share.
Because sharing is caring.
Oh, Katrina, thank you. I just saw your high award because I came back to my page. Martin, can you go back and stand where you were before, because that puts you in the right camera.
The giant
with the huge
shoulder
on
thing
the left
again.
Camera.
Apparently, yeah, because I can't preview it from here, but if I... Oh, we're looking really red from this.
Yeah,
angle.
Michelle
Or-
originally
That's my...
Michelle originally was going to come on and just do trivia with us and see if she can put us in her place. But we thought we got to get this 3D printer. We got to get the hang of both of these machines because they're just different enough from the ones we worked on during productions. So getting the hang of both of these machines mean, well, finding excuses. So the white roll of PLA material, this white PLA, which is easy to paint on, is already purchased, and we haven't really focused too much on getting containers or something to keep them in. So we're probably going to do Ziploc bags because you can burp the air out. But we're trying to avoid doing ABS until we move again or until we can get the hood back on it. But yeah, so we thought we would print little awards tonight, and we see 3 people are going to be getting them tonight.
Trying to get people from TikTok to come over to HAPS.
Nice.
All right. Yeah. There's Vince. Hey, Vince.
Hi, Vince. There you are. You home from work? There's Perry.
Oh, there's Perry. Hey. And Christina.
Yes,
It's possible when he signed on, you hadn't actually arrived on
walked back over here.
on the image yet.
No, they just love you, Martin.
That means I have to take all that love that I'm getting from them and pass it on to you.
All right, what do you want? What this time?
The usual. Yeah.
What's the usual anymore?
Partnership. There's Christina. Okay, there we go. Thank you. And there's Jeff gone
You
as
wouldn't
well.
have been in
Tilted
trouble.
Dragon.
Perry would have been in trouble.
Perry would have been in trouble for not mentioning your name.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, there
Not
you go.
you.
Yeah.
Unless you did something you weren't supposed to. Again. Think hard. Think really hard. Think really, really hard because we're not that kind of broadcast. Vince, how you doing, honey?
Just got home from work. All right. How was Costco today? Pardon me.
You had to move your mic, huh? What did you do? And him?
I don't know. What did I do?
Do guys really ever know what they're doing wrong?
Might not be love. It could be lust. Just saying.
Don, for you, it's questionable.
Perry's always in trouble.
You guys are always in trouble.
Oh, yeah. I know,
Some of
we
us
try,
girls
yeah.
actually like being in trouble every once in a while.
I know.
Make an effort,
I
dude.
really know. Yeah.
Make an effort.
Take an effort. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Get me in trouble.
Getting you in trouble? You can get yourself in trouble.
Oh, very valid.
You've did that for years before I came on the scene.
That's true. That's very true.
This is
Wow.
for my-
Pass with Rogers. If the camera are not moved too often, watch the past show and put some gaff tape on the floor to mark where you be cut in half.
Oh, to do the split screen thing? Yeah, right.
Yay, Vince!
Nice.
Yeah, because you weren't sure about whether or not we'd still be on. So I thought I'd take a moment while I was at the computer doing some cleanup to let you know we're still on.
They would admit it if they did know.
That's true.
That's very true.
That's very true. That's very
Oh,
true.
yeah, we're 64
Martin and I are
there.
not too stereotypical, but at the same time, sometimes we are.
I don't know. I think we're going to lose that guy whether he's plugged in or not at this point. But
What do you mean?
Yeah, he's down to 9% from
Which one?
the one up top.
Oh, iPad.
The one that's not critical. Yeah.
Well, it's critical if we have someone on,
Mm-hmm.
or we'll be flying blind.
Or deaf.
Yeah, it's true. we were saying earlier that one of the things we want to guarantee and make sure in the new place is that the computer is next to these devices, not across the room. That way, it'll be easier to monitor the broadcast and be able to see things and do things on the computer.
Getting on the I'm off to attend my dinner.
Hi, Harold. But no, please, everyone, do share. We are still looking to make sure we got our sponsors. Vince got his first sponsor.
That's right. Yeah, Vince got his.
Yeah. Vince, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
Congratulations.
Vince got his first sponsor, folks. So we're after a $40 minimum per month, and then we start handing out discounts on our stuff. Because it's just, we want to be able to thank you. And Martin and I seriously do want to be able to get rid of the Patreon because our attention is in too many directions.
Yeah.
There's already some social medias that we closed down that we're not going to deal with, because it's just too much to keep track of it. Hey, darling. See, he's my other darling.
He is, yeah.
You're a very different kind of
Been
Klingon.
missing
for sure.
him for 20 years, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. There's a few of them. There's
Yeah,
a few of them.
there's a few,
Yeah.
huh? I've got a few.
Yeah, there's some cosplays.
Okay, okay.
You got a few? Okay,
Yeah.
who?
I'm not saying.
Well, Beth. Beth.
Beth, yeah.
She's your cutie.
Yeah. Lance.
Lance. He's your cutie.
It's been a while, but
The two of you in Bashir and
as Bashir and O'Brien
Yeah.
in the parody play, that was so much fun.
being silly behind the scenes and
That was so much fun.
such a bromance, the two of you.
Okay, thank you guys. Didn't end your broadcast. FYI, I needed sleep to forget what happened. Oh, I'm still shocked that I got my first sponsorship. Hey,
Why are you shocked, honey? You're honest, you're truthful, you're straightforward, you're yourself. We assume you're yourself because, we assume a lot when you're looking past a screen like that. There's no reason, to think you wouldn't.
Yeah, that's true.
Not a
yeah.
reason at all. So you
Alrighty.
earned it. So we are printing out little pendulums here because we had some trivia. Michelle, native, came in and she did some trivia questions for us. So we're keeping the printer going and getting the hang of some of these files. And we're having a hard time with the laser cutter
Yeah,
for
it
some
feels
reason.
like it's not cutting any
It's
deeper
not
than.
cutting the paper, but it should be. So we're still struggling with the laser for some reason. So
All right. I'm
yeah,
gonna do
at least Martine is understanding. I mean Martin,
Martine.
right? No, I like Martine better, quite frankly. Guys didn't end your broadcast, and FYI, I needed sleep to forget what happened. Okay, we got that. No, you're welcome. You're welcome. Listen, we're all going to tell you our experiences. We're all going to share with you how we perceive things, and sometimes people are going to get a little pissy every once in a while when it comes to, expressing themselves while you're expressing yours, and everyone cares about you in the same way when you think about it. It's just we have different ways of expressing it. And
That's very
in the
true.
morning when you wake up, you're the only one that can decide how you're going to handle it. You are the only one. No one else can make that decision for you. No one. I was thinking that wouldn't be able to get a sponsor. Totally happy. Well, what? I'm on cloud nine. Well, why? Why would you? Come on. You want to come and take a bow? We just finished with Native Graffiti, aka Michelle, aka Native Graffiti. And she just popped off. You want to come on? Come on. Let's see if we can do this. Because we're gonna probably lose our monitor up top.
All right, we're gonna try this again.
Here. Let me see if I can figure this out. I want that. Why are you not popping up? Vince. Okay, let's play. Come on, Vince. Why is it not popping up for you? Hey, Kyla. You're going to get a bit of echo because I'm close to the speaker. Hang on. There he is. And then by backing away from the speaker. Hey, Martin, would you do me a favor and keep an eye on this so I
Certainly.
can go on the computer for a moment and help make sure Vince comes in
absolutely,
nice
yeah.
and smooth? If anyone's
Yeah,
hearing an
she's
echo, it's
going to
because we had to
take care
turn
of
some
this.
volume up.
We get Vince on. And hopefully we have enough battery power left. I might actually have to run hard power to that
God,
iPad.
saying a quick hi before Din Din. Missing you, honey.
It's all these West
Starting to
Coast
have some
people
volume.
having dinner right now,
I know, silly us expecting them to eat at the same time as us
Who'd have thought?
3 hours later. They would starve Martin
Just
if they had to
started on
wait for us.
Haps. I love it. It's such an amazing community. I mean, we're talking about all these people that have joined on Haps, new people that we've met on Haps. You can invite each other onto your broadcasts, so you can actually be doing like picture-in-picture stuff, like what we're doing right now. We got the multiple cameras going on, and it's all inherent in the app. When we were trying to do the multiple cameras on Periscope, it was the OBS software and mucking around with this and that, and just it became too much. This is just so
Kyla,
easy.
go ahead and share for us.
Oh, you're
Hi,
in
Kyla.
How are you?
now. Okay.
Same time zone. There's
Yeah,
Vince.
still West Coast. Yep.
There's Vince.
There he is. Hey,
Hi,
Vince.
Martin and Christina. Hello.
Oh, and Haps just crashed on the
It looks that
upper
way.
one.
Yep. Hang on, Vince. We can't hear you.
All right.
See if it's actually still on the broadcast. It's thinking about it. Yeah, we may have to run hard power to that.
Try talking again, Vince.
Hi.
No. How did we do that? How did we do
A, B, C, D.
Our monitor device has now gotten overly warm, it seems.
Okay, so I redid
Hi,
that.
Kyla. How are
with
you?
just- I just selected
Okay.
the paper setting as is, and the paper setting is fine.
Hang on a second. Why is it not? There we go.
There we are.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, there we go.
Oh, that's so much better
It's
now.
a bit
we
of a
can see.
delay, though.
How,
There we go.
Hey, Kyla. How's
We're good,
Sean?
but
And
there'll be a bit of a
So
delay now.
comments down there, we can see
Yeah.
our actual feed there. That works.
Okay. Now Vince can speak.
hello, guys. How are you doing? So good to see you guys. I'm glad you guys didn't finish your broadcast. So I actually, when I opened
We're doing
up,
okay. There's a bit
opened
of
up
a delay
Haps.
because now I've got a different device monitoring you, but it's no.
Yeah, because when I saw your comment on my post, then I came over. So I'm here. So Kyla, how's Sean and Alfie?
Hang on a sec, Vince.
Okay.
I'm gonna change this.
We got going on. Are we going to run hard power or?
I've got the audio now on the computer going, which is even further away.
Oh, okay.
So we will have to focus and listen to hear them.
Mm-hmm.
But we should be able to do this just fine. Okay, try one more time, Vince.
A B C D E F G H I. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you much better. You're now on the other side of the room that we can hear you, but that's
Oh,
okay.
okay.
We can
So we're going to
just hear
annoy the
you.
neighbor then.
Um,
So
we
you had a jog
we
over. You had a jog over.
yeah, well, we should have invested in earphones and mic, like a combo,
Mm-hmm. Right.
but we didn't think of that. We saw these on sale and went, yes! No.
Well, the reason I
But, you
put
know, it is what
the
it is.
ninja image because I didn't want to put my face there anymore because I didn't want to get recognized. That's the reason I put that ninja image
Right.
because I didn't
Well,
want to get
you're happy.
recognized.
We're all happy about the sponsorship, honey.
I'm actually happy. I'm actually happy because it just came
Alrighty.
out of nowhere that I got my first sponsorship. It just came out of nowhere. So I'm
Well, it
actually
didn't come out
happy.
of nowhere. You earned
It just,
it.
I know I did earn it, but I was shocked. But I'm actually happy though. I'm happy.
You're being a very brave soul.
No, but at least you guys every time I come into your broadcast, you guys always make me happy and smile. So that's what it's all about.
Well, we try our best, and we've noticed too on the years or the times where there's been nothing and no one, like there's no broadcasting, or or we don't be on set, or we're not at a convention. Martin and I actually have a very difficult time just existing because you wind up sitting down and you're just eating and watching TV and not really doing anything because your brain isn't
Right.
connecting or being social or
Mm.
creating. And those have been the worst times. That's when we usually
Yeah.
wind up arguing over nothing and having the weirdest, stupidest, convoluted fights. And then we look at each other and go, no, we want to be what we want to be. And part
What's
of
up,
being
Chris?
is being here with you guys. You know,
Well,
you
actually,
make us happy.
I'm glad because you guys are two of my favorite people here on Habs.
Thank
For real.
you. Well, we're hoping to be able to succeed in this HAPS challenge because it would be really nice to have the extra little push.
Yeah.
Um,
And the changes that they just made to it are going to make it a lot
Yeah,
easier
they
for everyone.
actually extended it to January 31st. Extended it,
mhm.
so which is
And,
good.
That's-
250 views instead of
Yes.
500.
That's the regular. That's the paper cutting. I just reset the
Okay,
to the
well then.
correct setting for paper. So I made a copy of paper, and I'm going to adjust those for the vinyl. So I'll do some little tests on this piece, and then
See, yeah, this is what you missed. This piece of vinyl here.
Hmm.
We've been trying to cut sections of our logo in order to make a car sticker, and
Oh, okay.
it's just not cutting through. And this is what we were talking about with these laser cutters.
Mhm.
Part of the problem is these little ones are not designed to do certain products, certain materials.
Oh,
So they
okay.
got to kind of lie to it.
we have to teach it new materials,
Oh, I see.
basically.
So the machine right now is kind of arguing with us.
The
It's like
machine's
a
having a
spoiled
fight
child.
with you. Yes,
Sorry?
it's having a fight with you. It's having a fight with you.
Yeah, it's a bit of a challenge. And Martin will get me caught up later on because he's doing that. But these are little Star Wars emblems.
Ooh,
Yeah, with little loops up top.
ooh.
Oh, and wait, we got. Oh, hang on. I'm gonna do this on air since you're here. Here.
What do you got?
So, right.
Uh huh. Nice, perfect.
You asked for a magnet.
Yes.
And these are really nice low profile. I was reading online this company
Oh, those
for
are magnets, yeah.
are apparently pretty good. So we're about to find out whether or not the reviews lied.
Let's see, test it out. See how it sticks to the back of the Habs logo.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get this one in the mail to you, and then the other one to someone else. He doesn't want a magnet. He just wants the Habs plate. Okay. So that's stuck down really well. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Is it not sick?
oh
There should be
no.
enough metal in this.
This is not actually. This is aluminum.
Oh, that's not going to
That's
help
all
me.
aluminum. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, sorry, I'm not the man of steel. That's aluminum.
No,
Actually, is that
it's
aluminum? Hold
not
on.
sticking.
This might be. This might be steel. Just. I don't know if that's.
Hey.
there we go, yeah.
Oh, perfect. It sticks.
It works.
Perfect.
So I'm waiting till I can get a bunch of things together. So probably by mid next week, a whole bunch of things are going to go in the mail,
All right, perfect.
including this one for you.
Yes. Yes, perfect. Perfect.
Cool. Yeah, these are nice and low profile. These are called Pro Mag.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I read a few reviews online because people are like, go to the dollar store, but you never know what you're going to get when you go to the dollar store.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I used to buy the big sheets of magnets and then cut them up.
Uh-huh.
And you're supposed to be able to cut them up, but it's like they were magnetic until you cut them. And then suddenly they weren't.
Oh, that's
I gave
weird.
up.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's weird.
I think that's why they're at the dollar store.
Apparently cheap.
Weird hearing him before. You're able to hear him, then getting your delayed reaction to his comment. Yes. Vince. Let's go, Vince. Yay. Chris is cheering you on, Vince. App is on the verge of exploding. Seriously, people from Twitch are sorry. Yeah, Twitch I find too busy. I find way too busy.
It's twitchy.
Totally twitchy.
Well, that makes sense, right? That's.
and
man.
Pablo are doing a ton of outreach. It's time to get ready for it. Yes. Well, this is it, Chris. What we're hoping to do is Martin and I are hoping to be able to get rid of our Patreon. We've already gotten rid of about 4 or 5 other social medias because it got too much. At one time when we registered a company, we had someone who was pretending to be us. So we basically registered every single most of them we haven't even been back to. Gmail accounts, Hotmail accounts, other web pages, social medias, and put our profile name, our car hunger, on every single thing, whether we use it or not, in order to basically cut those people off from pretending to be us. And we were trying to do as many of them as possible, but we've weeded it down to here on Haps, Facebook, and Instagram. Still like playing on TikTok, but I'm not going to be there every day. It's just too much. And those are basically the primaries. And I want to get rid of the Etsy store, and I want to get rid of the Patreon. So what we're doing here is a minimum $40. Once we reach a minimum $40 of sponsors per month, we're going to give discounts for things like custom quotes or builds to those who are sponsoring us. And just get rid of the Patreon. And just, simplify our life. And we're supposed to be doing an online store, but that's going a little slower than I wanted it to. So, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. But yes, Vince has been really kind to us, really nice to us.
Of course, because I always, every time I come in your broadcast, you always get me interested in prop making. You always get me interested.
Oh, we try. We really try. And you're really special. Like, I mean, you do talk about your family quite fondly, and we know you're dedicated to your family, and that's something for me that it was very different. It's very, very different, and that's why I find it exciting, because it's very different. Like when Martin, when I went to the first family gathering with his family, and his family's huge. Why is this tiny little family? His is huge.
Wait, he has a tall family.
He has a.
Does he have a tall family?
No, like
tall?
a lot of people, like cousins and nephews and nieces, and me. It was like my brother, my other brother, my sister, my mother, my father, and that's it.
Wow, so his family expanded.
You said you guys on the farm used to have big, huge, massive gatherings.
Oh yeah, I kind of wish we hadn't stopped doing those, by the time I met you, but we'd have like 150, 200 people gathering on somebody's farm with, a dozen or 2 dozen picnic tables set up, and a couple of boars on a spit, and huge spread of like salads and
All family.
all family, yeah.
Wow.
So it was huge.
Whereas me, it's like, it's Thanksgiving. Are we having dinner? Maybe.
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 There's a
So,
turkey in the oven, right, Mom? No. I think we're
Uh-oh.
having sandwiches this year.
Oh, that's not Thanksgiving. That's not Thanksgiving.
My
Jeez.
my mother was never very enthusiastic.
Never
She's-
very
Oh,
big
she
on
wasn't.
family gatherings, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
She wasn't too happy on Thanksgiving or any kind of holidays.
Well, she wasn't. She grew up with basically my grandfather and my grandmother and her, and that was it. And they really never had a lot of money, and they were small town. And my grandfather died when I was 2, so I never really got to know the man. So it was always this small little world. So there wasn't a lot of. There were very small traditions.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't very big traditions. When Martin and I decided to get married and I got the big dress and everything, my father's
Aw.
response was, geez, you can make 3 dresses out of that when you're done.
Wow.
My mother's response was, why are you spending the money? So yeah, it's a very different lifestyle.
Mm.
So you're kind of, Vincent, in some ways you're right in between Martin's family and mine.
Mm-hmm.
You're in between. It doesn't sound like you have a huge family, but you definitely have a close-knit one.
Yeah.
I do. I actually love my family because family is totally important. Especially we have especially family gatherings. I do miss it. I do miss it.
See, for me, it's friends. We haven't had a proper New Year's Eve party in the last 2 years because of all the craziness that's been happening.
Mhm.
And I feel so empty and isolated. I'm used to having a huge Christmas breakfast on Christmas Eve with friends. And we all do a Secret Santa. And
Aww.
see, I'm used to friends. When we had the big studio, before we moved to BC, when we had the big, huge studio and it was all ours, it was year 2000, wasn't it? It was 99 to 2000. We had 75 guests in our place,
Wow.
and we partied.
Oh yeah, it was huge.
So you guys
There were
party till
people-
midnight? You guys party till midnight?
4 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m.
Ah,
After midnight,
okay.
after the countdown, then we'd all sort of separate into little gaming groups in different rooms.
Oh,
in
that's
the
awesome.
place. A little board game here, a little card game going on there, a little social gathering. A few people would go out in the backyard and have a cigar or something like that, or
Yeah.
a little
We,
glass of port.
We always
And,
had
So-
non-alcoholic for designated drivers, ready,
Right.
like bubbly juice.
Mhm.
And for those who drank too much but, didn't go home, we always told them bring sleeping bags and they'd crash on the floor.
Yep.
So we'd have bodies all over the place the next morning.
Oh
One of
man.
our friends always did brunch for the next morning, so he'd prepared like a couple of days ahead of time, prepare a whole bunch of big breakfasty, brunchy kind of dishes like eggs and sausages and bacon, and he'd come in the next morning. He'd be the first one up, and he'd take over the kitchen and just do all of this, and he'd get the waffle makers going and do waffles and all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
So for me, it's always been friends, not family. My friends are a closer family to me than my family is.
Yeah, friends are important too, especially.
Well, Martin had such a small life when it came to friends until he met me.
That's true, yeah. I mean, I had my school friends, but I lived far enough away from all of them, living in the country, that I didn't really see them much outside of school, right? So I always came home, I played on my own. The weekends were mostly my own. I might have the occasional time where my dad would drive me off to a friend's place, or their dad would drive them over to my place to spend the afternoon. But that's about it,
And
Right.
then you met me.
And then I met her. And my world exploded, just like Haps, like Chris is saying.
So when you met Christina Mark, your entire universe exploded?
Sorry, what's that?
So when you met Christina, your entire universe exploded,
It did,
right?
yeah. It like tripled, quadrupled, like quintupled. Just in the amount of social interaction, there's just the experiences, the life experiences. I grew up on a farm, and suddenly I was living in this huge world-class city.
Mm-hmm.
Once I moved out and I came to Toronto, and all these different social groups and all the different fandom groups that we were getting involved in, and just it blew me away.
We started out the BBC props department, so we started building on a regular
Yep.
basis.
That was the little fan group that we had making replicas of Doctor Who props, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
And for that we actually got brought down to a lot of American conventions on the
Mm-hmm.
in the eastern seaboard here, eastern states, to set up the display. So we had a whole Doctor Who display with a full-size police box and a console room and a Dalek and all sorts of other things, and they would cover our expenses to come down to these conventions and show this stuff off.
Yeah, you're
That was
welcome.
yes, thank you. I'm attending.
I know it's kind of difficult for you guys not to have conventions and Comic Con. It's kind of difficult, right?
Yeah, it's I mean the whole COVID thing because the whole COVID thing kind of happened after the move, and we'd already had a couple moves by that point, and it just and moving during something like COVID is just
Mm-hmm.
excruciatingly painful, especially when you only have a day or two to move in, and not having our parties and the pub nights that we got used to, and then we came back to Toronto. And we were like, pub nights, we're gonna have pub nights again, and nope, there was like 2 pub nights before the first lockdown.
Yep.
Oh
And we only
man.
made it to one of them,
Mm-hmm.
and it
So you
just
didn't make.
it was
So you guys didn't make to the
lonely.
other one, the other
Sorry?
pub night. You guys didn't make to the other pub night.
We didn't know.
No, and now they're all canceled until further notice. So
Wow.
we have to wait now and wait and wait and wait.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not the advantage to being back in BC, and it's one of those, if we knew then what we know now, it'd be very different because
Mm-hmm.
we had a whole house, so we would have been able to be in a backyard when we wanted to, and be able to hang out and treat ourselves to a little bit of wine and socialize, and we would have more space to work in, and
Mm-hmm.
but no one really saw this coming. They knew it existed, but no
yeah.
one saw this
Mm.
coming.
Right.
No, this is pretty unprecedented, in world history.
So yeah, we're kind of lonely. We've got each other, but still, it's you get these days where you just feel so trapped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
And,
I
and
agree
we're,
on that.
we're worried about you guys down in the States because your
Mm-hmm.
numbers are worse than us up here, and
Mm-hmm.
we have a lot of friends in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want anything to happen to you guys. We just don't.
Right.
Um,
Especially you guys too, in Toronto, especially.
Thank you. Well,
Yeah.
You're welcome.
But on the Canadian scale, Toronto's got it pretty bad. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know
seriously?
if there's any
Is that
cities
bad?
that are worse or anything, or yeah.
well, Ottawa was really bad for a while, but
Mhm.
Toronto
Yeah,
kind of
it's
gained
really
ground
scary.
again.
Yeah.
Part of the reason is most of the city's old still, so it's narrow little alleyways and weird little buildings, and then you got the big modern, colossal condos built in between them all.
Mm-hmm.
So even walking down the street, it's really hard to avoid someone,
Mm-hmm.
and you've got a larger population which has a
Mhm.
bigger attitude.
Right.
So you've got we've got our anti-maskers here, and we've got our we've got a lot of people who are having a lot of issues with it, and they have no problems being out in the street. And of course,
Mm.
cops can't just grab a drunk and throw him in the drunk tank anymore because
Right.
of COVID. And
Mm-hmm.
the hospitals are like, you have a problem. Yes, it's a major problem to you, but it's not a major problem on a country level. Here's the nurse's hotline. Good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
It's like I had an appointment with my gynecologist the other day, and it wound up being canceled.
Oh no.
It started snowing, and it was like no one's coming in, so he was trying to make calls from home, and he missed me. I
Mhm.
mean, his receptionist got to me enough to say it was canceled, but I haven't talked to him, and that was 3 days ago, and I need information. I need to know how my blood tests wound up. So it's really, for an overpopulated city, the population of this city,
Mhm.
Toronto and its surrounding areas, the population of this city is 3 times the population of the whole province of British Columbia.
Good grief.
Yeah. So it's big.
It's our version of New York, basically.
Yeah. There's 3 million people in Toronto, basically.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
So-
I know New York is somewhere along the lines of 8 to 10 million, but
It is scary,
Mhm.
yes.
That's really
thank you,
scary.
Sweet Pea. Yeah, you stay safe too. Yeah.
But you see, Vince, in California, we had heard on the last lockdown that the numbers had risen really badly. And that had us worrying about all you guys,
Hmm.
you know. So you guys stay safe. Everyone's got to stay
We
safe.
will.
It's
Yep.
not, it's just a mask, folks.
Mhm.
Masks and a little. See, the nice thing, though, is our laws are a little different.
Hmm.
We have a sanitizer up here that you guys aren't allowed to. Don't know why the American government won't approve of it, but the American government won't. And it's a sanitizer which is derived from the residual of making grain alcohol.
Hmm.
So it's a distilling byproduct, basically. Yeah.
And it works just as well, but your hands stay soft. My hands aren't drying out like my friends' hands are.
Oh man.
And it smells a little like old whiskey.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
That's okay.
Sweet Pea, sorry, so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, my condolences, Sweepy.
Yeah.
Oh no.
This is it, for all the people out there, they're like, oh, it's not real, it's all fake and everything. Talk to people like Sweet Pea. Even we've had people
We've
secondhand at least that
We've
that
lost one now direct.
We've lost one person that we knew directly.
So that's 4 in total.
Mhm.
And one of them was a 17-year-old boy.
Mhm.
Oh no. Wow.
So it's
Yeah, he had an immune system disorder, and that was it. He got it. It doesn't matter that he's young.
Oh man.
Within a month, he was gone.
okay. So you are getting the alcohol-based sanitizers. Okay.
Okay. Moonshine.
Yes. Moonshiners.
You're welcome. But yeah, we were. One of our friends does. Everyone check out, and she's not on Haps yet. I'm trying to coax her, but she's already got so many platforms going. But she's on Facebook and she's on YouTube. Look up Fairy Princess Lolly.
Oh, I'll definitely check that out.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Mhm. She's been part of the Ren Fair and fiction circuit for years, and she's got this great fairy character. And on her shows, she does this Fae News thing where she interviews people who are cosplayers, people who make swords, people who writers. She has writers featured once a month where she has them read parts of their books. And she had a distillery on there. And it's a Washington state distillery, so it might be, different laws from state to state. But they were saying that they weren't allowed to legally make and
Hey, Yasin.
sell the sanitizer. But check her out. She's lovely.
Yeah,
And
really.
she always
I'll
gets other
check it
people
out.
on, and she's incredible.
I'll check it out. I'll check it out.
Thank you, Sweet Pea.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Sweet Pea,
Okay.
what's your home Ren Fair?
What's your home fair?
What's your home fair?
And thanks for just subscribing too. I think we had you at Ren Fair, right?
We had your. What's your
hey,
home fair?
hey, Yassine, thanks for joining.
Our first
Did-
fair was Maryland.
Go ahead.
Our first fair was Maryland, and then of course our own up here in Ontario, which is now gone, but it didn't survive. And we ran one back in British Columbia, and then we
Oh,
drive
thank
down
you.
to Washington State every year.
Mm-hmm.
They're quite an
Franklin,
adventure.
Tennessee. Okay.
Nice. Thank you, Sweet Pea.
Ah.
Franklin. Okay. And we know a few other people in Tennessee. Yeah.
Hold on, was that the one that was like last month? They went ahead with it even though it was a smaller audience?
I don't know.
Because I think Red said he was doing a show in Tennessee, that they weren't canceling the fair.
Okay. I don't
That
know.
might have been it.
Good on you.
Hmm.
Do you know Red McWilliams? That's
Not
another
really.
person.
Williams.
If you guys like Don Scobie and the Bagpipes, look up Red McWilliams.
Ooh.
he's not really good with the online stuff, but he's been playing music since what, the 1960s? The early
Something
1960s?
like that. Maybe late 60s.
But he's
Yeah.
got a 13-string guitar.
Wow, that's crazy.
He's brilliant.
Castle there the man built and lives in. It's usually every May. Nice.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Hey, Birdman.
Nice. I like Vince's call better.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I out of practice. I lost touch with the corvid population in BC. That we left them behind.
Oh no.
Poor Martin.
Hey, Vince.
But no, Vince, I will send you this magnet. I definitely will, because I don't care that that dance-off was a tie. You deserve it.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's going
Okay.
to you anyway.
Gonna go to you.
Thank you.
Because we put money into that dance-off, too.
I know you
That's right,
did.
yeah,
wanted-
we set
did.
some awards in there. Yeah.
We knew you were gonna win, so we wanted to make sure you got it.
I was thinking in my head I had this in I was thinking in my head I had this in the bag. And then when I found out there was a tie, I was like,
Oh, really?
I was crushed. I was crushed. I was
What are they gonna do
bummed
with
and
the
crushed.
money?
Mm-hmm.
You's gonna hold it. She's gonna hold it for a while. But we're
Okay.
gonna have another dance battle in the near future. If Batman has to get in shape for it.
Mm.
Yeah, and the thing I don't like about that is the whole fact that it'll happen again, and then people put more money in. And I'm gonna tell you, honey, you let me know when it is. I'll be there.
Mm-hmm.
But
Definitely.
I can't
Thank-
afford to keep
I'll
putting
let,
money in.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
Yeah. Had it
Hey
cut
Jill,
in
how are
half,
you?
Delivered by truck with a crane. See, and this is it. I think the money should be split between the two of you, quite
Yeah.
frankly.
It would be great, but I don't know.
Well, fingers crossed.
Mhm.
We're still trying to figure out the costume contest. We don't want to do it until we know whether we're doing it here or there. Like, we don't want to set a date until we know where we are, where we will be, and we want to give you
Right.
guys at least 2 weeks heads up.
Mhm.
And we're gonna make little rewards like this, the little pendants that are. We're gonna do some Star Trek ones and some Star Wars ones,
they
and,
do?
Oh,
and be able to
that's cute.
send you guys little additions to your costumes.
Ooh,
65%.
that's wow.
It's working on it. It's working on it.
Yeah, actually,
Has
that's a
a-
pretty good resolution on the
Has the
surface.
Sky
They're
Dome
starting to show
ever
the exterior?
has the
Sorry?
Sky Dome ever held Comic Con or any type of conventions?
The
At the
Sky
Sky
Dome,
Dome?
which is now the Rogers Center.
Rogers Center, yeah.
Rogers bought the Sky Dome, which I think is
Mhm.
funny. We go away, we come back, and it's now the Rogers Center.
Yeah.
It's
Hmm.
still the Sky Dome to me.
Mhm.
Well, the Sky Dome hosted the last episode of Next Gen.
Mm.
Mhm.
And that was a huge thing because they put the last episode of Next Generation up on that massive
Up on
screen.
the jumbotron.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the whole stadium was full of geeks.
Oh man.
We had a great time. And then at the end, after the episode was finished, they set
Uh-huh.
off fireworks inside the Sky Dome.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
That's
so much
awesome.
fun. Yeah, I think she should
Just
split it.
split the money, yeah. Costume contest.
Ooh, that's nice,
Yes.
Vicky.
Well,
Nice.
what we want to do, Sweet Pea, is we want to do the Car Hunger COVID costume contest. So CCCC.
Of course.
what it'll be is 80% of the costume has to be found at home. So if you have a
Right.
prom dress, you make a prom dress princess.
Yeah.
You know,
If you're pulling stuff out of the kitchen, like tinfoil and colanders and things like that, by all means, you know. But you can't just go out and, go on a shopping spree and buy a bunch of costume stuff.
no,
Right,
and
yeah.
professional cosplayers, you're still only allowed to have 20% of one of your costumes.
Mhm.
The other 80%, you got to whip it up just like everyone else.
Mm.
Now we want to find a third judge because people always claim Martin and I always agree with each other, which we don't.
Yes, we do.
Just-
We don't. Hathor, don't move the camera.
The cat is using the tripod as a scratching post. It seems.
Oh, look at you, Fluffball. Hi. Look, you're on Haps. The whole
Oh,
world can
that's
see you now.
wow. That's a fluff. big old fluff.
She is a fluff
she's
ball.
ball of
fluff.
fluff.
She is a big fluff. And she's like, no.
Harold, I love
I'm
you.
embarrassed.
Harold there is chill. He's one of my Klingons. He's the Klingon, quite frankly. And he used to do all the promos with us,
All
and we
right,
were
off you go.
outside Much Music promoting the Sky Dome thing. And
She
he
sheds.
sang karaoke to me, and yeah. He sang, wise men say, only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. So I was dressed as Deanna Troy, and he was in his Klingon outfit singing to me. And it was
Oh,
just one of those, we had a whole bunch of people around us going, oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was very
That's
fun.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
she is,
good.
and she knows
I'm
it.
glad.
Hey, the
She's
the,
the princess.
the
and
webcam's not
has
really showing much going on in laser right now because we're
fun.
chatting.
All
Here.
right.
There's cat number 2. He barely fits in there. I don't know what he
Dang,
even tries.
you got another cat?
He's huge. He crams himself in there all the time. He's part Bengal, so he's a really big cat. I mean,
Oh,
look at the size
man.
of his paws.
Does he
And
bite?
number 3. Sorry?
Does he bite? Does he bite?
No. Him and I tussle. He'll nibble on me, but he knows better than to, and all you have to do is say ow, ow, ow a few times and he lets go. And number 3,
Where's number 3?
I'm
Dang. Oh, I just woke him up from his sleep.
he's the youngest of the bunch.
Oh,
He's just over a year old now. So
wow.
yeah,
3 cats roaming around.
our part Bengal there is a bit of a roughhouser, and our little princess doesn't like roughhousing. So we
Oh,
got
okay,
the
I
other
see.
male kitty so that he would leave her alone, and it's worked. The 2 males play a lot, and she
Okay.
just more or less ignores them.
She's like, we get you 2. I'm gonna go over here.
Well, we didn't have kids; we had cats.
That's right. Yep.
Well, at least you guys have cats instead of kids. Right?
But this one's a big enough kid already.
Apparently, so I'm told regularly.
Yeah, like you had a problem with that.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Now remember, it's okay to be a child in some ways.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, as Alan Alda put it well in a MASH episode as Hawkeye, comparing the term childlike, indicating, images of playfulness and frivolity, versus childish,
Mhm.
right? Indicating spoiled and self-absorbed and that sort of thing.
Yep.
He's still playing.
Were you guys
Yeah.
involved in MASH as well? In MASH?
No, oh, God,
This
no.
one's a massive fan.
I'm a huge MASH
Oh,
fan.
I
you
love
are?
MASH, but this one.
Yep.
Why?
MASH is-
I didn't know that about you, Martin. I had
Mm.
no idea.
Yep. Huge MASH fan.
I mean, I love MASH, and I
Mhm.
never thought I'd find someone who loves it more. Especially in my generation.
Yeah, really.
'Cause my father watched MASH with me.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And yeah, Hawkeye is like one of my favorite characters.
Yep.
Aw, that's
But
awesome.
I have a soft spot for Klinger.
For Klinger.
Yeah. Poor guy, what he'd go
He's
through
the
just to
underdog.
get out.
Yeah, he's the permanent underdog.
And of course, there's Radar. Adorable little Radar.
Hmm.
He's still adorable. Have you seen pictures of him lately?
Oh, really? Yeah.
He's still adorable.
Nice.
Damn. Some people just never stop being adorable. Vince, you're. I keep looking at your face. You're one of those
Yep.
that will always be adorable.
Yep.
Wow, thank you. I appreciate it.
It's a gift.
Yes.
So how's the cutter doing?
How's Cutter doing? Well, let's
How's
see
the
what we
cutter
can do. So far, all the tests I've done, I've ramped it down as
Thank you,
low as
sweet
I
pea.
can, I think.
And the printer's working its way.
Hmm.
How are we doing?
I am right now at the absolute lowest heat and depth. And again, I don't see any change in like saving these settings and redoing them, like resending with the newer settings. It's not.
Mhm.
It doesn't seem to be changing the actual cut value. It's still cutting as deep. So
That sounds
I'm
good.
gonna have to learn a little bit more about changing settings or
So we won't
creating
be
new
able to show
settings.
you a decal tonight.
Oh darn! Drat.
Yeah.
So how many decals are you planning to? Are you guys planning to make? How many decals?
Well, we want to make 2 for the back of the car,
Mm-hmm.
with both companies, the J Dragon Pirates
Mm-hmm.
and with Car Hunger Creative. And
Okay.
then we want to put 2 dragons over the wheel well
Ooh, that'll be cool.
because we're naming him Drogon.
Nice.
Yeah, we're naming the car Drogon. So he has to have
Nice.
dragons on him. And it makes more sense to do it, at home than to go and try to custom order something. Burt Ward had only changed with size. This is true.
Try
He's
this.
another cutie for the end of time. But sometimes it's scary when they're in their 50s and their 60s and they still look like they're 20.
Oh, I know.
It's
Yeah.
scary sometimes.
Okay, I'm gonna try one more attempt,
Michael J. Fox is another one.
and then I don't think we're gonna be able to run it anymore because that pump is loud.
Oh yeah, Time of Night and Crappy Neighbor.
Nope.
Crappy Neighbor.
Still cutting all the way through, right through the backing and everything. So,
All right.
do a little bit more research on changing settings and creating new settings.
Well,
'Cause it
shut
feels like it
the,
didn't
shut
do
the cutter
anything.
down then.
Shut her down, cut her down.
I can't
Alright,
wait
I'm
to
just
be
gonna
somewhere
save
that's
this.
properly insulated and everything so people don't have to hear us. We can work into the night. I still wouldn't work until 2, 3 o'clock in the morning type thing, not with the cutter. If the computer made it with the cutter. So, yeah. What time are we on anyway? 10:15. That's not
Uh-oh.
bad. What? So 7:15 for you.
Yes. Sorry, 7:12 here.
Yeah. This 3-hour distance. Oh, now it's quieter in here. I can hear him better.
I know without the fan running, without the laser running, and you can hear the 3D printer singing.
Is it humming still? Is it humming?
Hmm?
The 3D printer? Is it humming?
Yeah, it's making a little kind of, it's a weird noise. Here, let's see if I can, that's not plugged in.
Use
It's Cameo and Supergirl. Grace is on it
Here, I
today.
gotta put my microphone
Was
over
it
the printer.
really?
and-
I never noticed.
Wow.
Let me turn the camera around. I think it's turned around.
Oh, I can hear that humming. Oh, nice. That's cool.
So it's getting there.
Maybe you can make another pendant for Baby Yoda or something. Baby Yoda.
Well, we had some trivia earlier. We had Michelle on, and we had some trivia.
Hmm.
So they're going to get first pick. And then I'm going to put them up in the store.
Don wants to know is this the blue preppy shirt Appreciation Society meeting?
The blue preppy shirt.
Yeah, I never
What?
really
Yeah, hang on.
noticed a lot of, like, maybe I did notice the cameo. I've
There.
forgotten most of the
Better?
time. What?
Preppy? The whole preppy thing?
It's
It doesn't work for me though. I think it's just floppy collars. They don't stay up. Not that I have a problem with that.
what, floppy collars?
Oh my god, as a kid, I used to watch Saved by the Bell. Love Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell. Oh my god, yeah.
Oh my God, I haven't heard that. Didn't they have a comeback? Didn't Saved by the Bell
I
have
think
another
I
comeback?
think they did, yeah. A few of those shows did. Yeah.
Yeah, Full House had
Mhm.
Fuller House.
Fuller House.
Yes.
I think it's silly. Okay, so since that one's not doing anything,
Yep.
hang on, I'll be right back. Because the computer's over here.
Wow, see.
Just a little pop the collar thing. Oh, the 80s. Those were the days.
Which one is it? Which one is it? This one.
There
Picture
we
of
go.
him running from Red
No, that's the
Sky.
wrong one.
Oh, I can hear the echo.
Yeah, I got close to the machine. Hang on.
Nice.
There we go.
Hi, Ben Don.
Yeah,
Burt
that's
Ward,
what I
you know,
wanted to
just
do.
Burt Ward. I mean, who else from back in the day? Bill Mummy,
Mm-hmm.
and it was cool actually seeing him like 20 years later after um, Lost in Space being in Babylon 5.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have to change my heart monitor sensor pads. Good night.
All right, Joe. You have a good night, man.
So just reminding everyone that what we are doing here on our particular apps is once we reach $40 worth of sponsorships, we will start giving sponsors discounts on stuff we're making and things that are going to go up on this new store that once this organization that's being a government sponsored actually gets their butt in gear, and
Yeah, really.
that's what they're supposed to be doing. But yes, we will let you guys know when the store is up and running. But yeah, so that's the plan is if you're a sponsor in any amount, you've obligated to us every month, that's special and that's right.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, then we'll
Wow,
start offering discounts.
barn restoration.
Barn
Nice.
restoration. Oh yeah.
Wow,
Ooh,
that's cool. Oh, you're
nice.
publishing 2 books? Damn, that's awesome.
That's his cookbooks.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Eric wants to be on.
Oh, okay, hang
Yes.
on. He showed all the others, Earth, Arrowverse. Well, yeah, we worked on those,
Oh,
so
they-
we
everything is
we just
canon.
never paid attention.
Oh, that's right, because Smallville, they threw some Smallville in there as well, didn't they? Yeah.
Okay, Eric.
52 Earths, one per week of the year.
That's crazy.
Hang on.
Actually, I like Arrow. It's a good
He's
good
pretty
show.
good, cool guy.
Good
Yeah,
show.
we've known him for so many years through all the Trek convention stuff and the Fanish.
Hmm. Were you guys involved in Arrow also?
Sorry,
Yes.
in Arrow? Yeah.
Yes.
Ta-da!
It was very much our life, and Legends.
Yeah, DC's Legends of Tomorrow.
So
Oh, that's a
we
good
can-
show
Flash.
too.
Supergirl. Yeah.
Ooh. That is wow.
Gotta stay employed, right?
Yeah, exactly. Barn restoration is hard work. I'd invite you to join me, but you'd enjoy Costco better. Actually,
we've done the
if
barn
we could,
Exactly.
we'd
thing.
love to come over and do the
Exactly,
barn
Don.
restoration with you.
There you
That
are,
would be an
Vince.
awesome
Yeah.
project.
What's up, Eric?
There's Eric.
We have an Eric.
I'm gonna get
How
away from
you
this-
feeling, Vince? How's everything?
Great. I'm actually in a
Oh,
good
that's
mood
good.
now. I'm actually in a good mood.
That's good.
Nice. Awesome.
Good mood is good.
Yeah. So basically, I had a
Gonna put this
all.
up on the table.
Basically, I needed sleep to forget about what happened. So my day was my whole entire workday was good. So
Kind of reset.
Yeah. Well, this is
everything's good.
I'm reading everything Don is saying. I'm like, hey, Don. I'm like, that's awesome, dude. That's so awesome.
Hmm.
Wait, is
Well,
Bannerman
Vincent is
serious?
first sponsor. Like, I mean, that
Yeah.
is awesome. Yeah.
Bannerman was on the BJ live earlier. I was on with BJ actually. I was on his live.
Oh, Eric,
Mhm.
you didn't know that I got my very first sponsorship? I got my very first.
Yep.
Yeah, everyone knows.
Yeah.
Well deserved too.
Yes.
Everyone knows. Well, we should make sure everyone knows.
Mhm.
Inspire everyone to step up to the plate even more. Because when you
Yes.
think about it, if everyone who really could do it,
Hmm.
even like a couple bucks per person, multiple sponsorships, it's kind of better than going on something like Patreon
Mm-hmm.
and doing one large sponsorship from one person to get one item that is really, may not be exactly what you want or need.
Yeah.
Here
Mhm.
it's you've got this here, so you're giving a sponsorship. It's much more of a, it's much more of a love factor,
Yeah.
I guess,
Yes.
as
Yeah.
opposed
There's a
to
more
a,
direct connection, right?
yeah, as opposed to we must get something from it.
Mm-hmm.
It's nicer.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's
Yes,
much
it is.
nicer.
It is.
I feel better about the sponsorships here than I do about what we've been doing on Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. And
How
it
was the
really
how
is.
was the sponsorship over there in Patreon different than here?
From Patreon?
Yeah.
I can let you
Well,
field this one. I'm
okay.
going to disappear for a moment.
what Patreon does is a series of levels. So you set
Mhm.
levels. So you say $3 is my tip jar type
Mhm.
thing. So if you give me $3 a month, like you sign up $3 a month, it's a tip jar.
Mhm.
If I put something out there that's for public viewing or public whatever, then you get to see it, but that's about it. And then the next level up would be someone gets a photo once a month, or a digital file once a month, or a page of a book once a month, or a recording
Mhm.
once a month. Thank you so much, Dawn. Super heart. Boom, 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 boom. Because Martin isn't here, I'm going to do it. Um, but, uh, but yeah, so you set all these levels, and once a month you're obligated to fulfill, or once every 3 months, or once every 6 months, or once a year, whatever it is for you. Um, and that is how we wound up doing calendars a few years ago. Martin and I did calendars, and we were doing a lot of this kind
Yeah,
of work.
I wasn't aware that you guys were doing calendars. I wasn't even aware of that.
Oh yeah, we did. We were down in the States, down in Washington State, and we were down there for 9 days doing photography with a photographer friend of ours, and we brought down a ton of our cosplays, and yeah, we did a whole calendar,
Wow.
and that's how we managed to do it. Was if you were in this bracket, you got a calendar at the end of the year.
Mhm.
And if you're in this bracket, you got a pendant once a month type thing. If you were in, so we did all these little things in different levels at a different size. So like at the
Mhm.
$100 level, you got an actual prop, or you could use it to discount a prop that you want quoted. So
Mhm.
if you're with us for say 6 months and $100 a month, and you want something quoted and it's an $800, item, then you
Mhm.
only owe us the difference because you'd already paid on our Patreon. So basically, the problem with Patreon is it's you have to set those X number of dollars for this thing,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
and it's very limiting for us, for people like us. And it was very difficult for Martin and I to say this day is the one-on-one. Like one of our levels is Patreon one-on-one. We'll teach you.
Mhm.
So we'll spend an hour on Zoom with you. But we were paying for the Pro Zoom. We've let it go now. But you're paying for that Pro Zoom,
Thanks,
and
Don.
then you
Super
have
works.
to have. See, I told you. You have to have that day, that time to spend with that person, and we just
Mhm.
a production calls us or something happens, and we can't do it.
Right.
So it became unpredictable. So we lost a lot of patrons, and yeah, it was crazy. So we got to a point
Wow.
where it's just like we still have it up there because we still have 4 patrons,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
they seem to want to still give us money, and we're like, we can't. We need something
We
more
can't give it
fluid,
back. Yeah, right. You know.
and Haps
Mhm.
is much more fluid.
Yeah,
Hey,
absolutely.
Anchorman, BJ,
Absolutely.
welcome aboard.
What's up, BJ?
I'm considering starting a Patreon. But yeah, you see, Dawn, you're gonna have an easier time.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have a much easier time at it because you're talking about your cookbooks when we last chat. So
Stick figure.
advanced access, yeah, to recipes. See, so for someone like Dawn, it works as long as he doesn't put his recipes here on Haps.
Oh
A
man.
Patreon can work for him very well. And then if
Yeah.
this is his
True.
music and the Patreon
True.
is his recipes,
Mm-hmm.
then yeah, once a month he basically has to make
Mhm.
sure there's a new recipe going up.
Right.
So, and
So
then
yeah,
Patreon-
for Don it will be easier,
Stick
but
figure.
I'm gonna turn you guys back up a little.
all right.
There we go. That's better. Let's see if we
Yeah,
can do
for
this without
Don.
echoing.
Yeah, for Don it will be more easier, but for you guys it was hard, right?
Yeah. Yeah, like I mean, there's a lot of really tiny cosplayers that are the little G-string up the butt and the tiny little outfits and the Sailor Moon knockoffs, and
Mhm.
they make a fortune because they do these photo shoots like once or twice a year,
Mhm.
And then they have different packages where you get one package of 6 little mini pictures of them, for one level, and you get digital pictures at another level, and you get,
Mhm.
an 8x10 blow up that's been autographed once a year or whatever.
And probably no stick figures.
No stick figures, no.
Right.
Although they are very slender
They're
young
stick
ladies.
figures themselves. Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
And they make a killing. There are people up there who do digital files. And they will basically design a ton of digital files. And then they go on Patreon after they have a backlog.
So close.
And then so you get one digital file for this item, and you get a digital file and a layout of the electronics on another level, and they do
Mhm.
well. And the comic book guys do really well. Because the comic book guys are like, this level you get my book once a year.
Mhm.
This level you get a strip, a month.
Well, they
You know.
clearly do well because comic book guys popular. Sorry. I just can't hear comic book guys without thinking of comic book guy.
Comic book artists.
Oh, those guys. Right. Okay.
So they do really well because, basically you're getting, they don't bring the book to a convention until the next year type thing.
Mhm.
So for people like us who buy at the con, we gotta wait. The
Right.
Patreons get it first. Ed
Mhm.
that was a Patreon.
That's right. Yeah, for his
They
his
would-
comics. Yeah.
No, the figures.
Oh, the D&D
miniatures.
figures. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, one level. It was this one group. One level is one miniature a month is sent to you in the mail.
Mhm.
The next level is 5 miniatures a month is sent to you in the mail,
Gee.
and the next level was something like 10 miniatures a month are sent to you in the mail,
Holy cow.
Mhm.
and they're random, so you don't even know what you're gonna get.
Mhm.
That's a lot of
Yeah, he
miniatures.
just recently posted a little video of all of the figures that he's painted over the pandemic, over the lockdown, and it's
Uh-huh.
a huge table full of figures.
He wound up 250 miniatures by the time he was done.
Wow,
Good
that's
grief.
crazy. Yeah.
What did
And
you
that's how he survives the pandemic. Is he just sits there and paints them just so his brain can keep going.
Yeah, you did
Oh,
this
okay.
was suggested by a friend.
Yes, sir. Just to
Been
keep him
finding it on
occupied.
the recipes now. The subscribers, and then later was selling the book. Yeah.
Yep.
Work once and sell twice. Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Well, you see, in Don's case, it's very similar to the comic book artist because some people don't always want a hard copy of the book.
Mhm.
So if they're sponsoring every month, by the end of the year, they've given him more money than the cost of the book, but they're
Mhm.
keeping the digital files of the recipes they like.
Hmm.
Right.
So they may not even keep his whole book. They're just going to keep the digital files of the ones they like.
Mhm.
Or at the end of the year, they may go, it's worth it. I'm going to actually buy
I'm
the
gonna buy a
hard copy of the book.
Yeah.
So now Don's doubled his money.
Ah, okay. I see.
At least. Yeah.
So for people like him, it works. People like us, not so much.
Hmm.
Which is a shame because I had so much fun setting it up. But we
And
experimented.
now it's gonna be.
Yep, we did.
Now you, yeah, now you guys are gonna have to take it down, which
see if
is
we can make-
kind of difficult.
Hmm.
Well, if we
Which
can
is
make the minimum
difficult.
sponsors a month here,
Mhm.
it'll go right towards doing more projects,
Hmm.
Right.
right? Or possibly getting another headset with,
Actual proper
yeah.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
fully wireless ones.
Yes.
Yeah, now that we know these things exist, where's the ones with the...
Mhm.
Just these were on sale really cheap.
Yeah, it was what was it 70
70.
$70 for the pair with the receiver.
Yep.
And they come with lapel mics as well, so you can plug a
Mhm.
lapel mic in instead of the,
We haven't tried
headset.
it. I like
Oh,
the
yeah, try it.
headset.
Yeah. Makes us feel
it's-
more techie.
What?
I feel like a stagehand.
I feel like Madonna.
I'll get the cones.
Yeah, get the cones. Ah. Oh my god, you guys always make me smile, so thank you for that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
man.
kind of crazy that way.
Well, Eric, I've been meaning to ask you guys too. Vince and Eric, how long have you guys known each other?
Me and Vince known each other from Periscope when we met 5.5 years ago.
Okay.
I met Vince through Vince's live. That's where I met him from. I met him on his live, and that's where he's getting trolled on. And I'm like, I need to stay here because I need to be there for Vince because he's a true friend, and I need to be there for him.
Nice.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
we've been on Periscope since the beginning, and
Yeah.
we didn't recognize, like, we didn't notice you guys until
Yeah, we
here
never
on
came across
Haps.
you guys.
So
I
that's
I
pretty
know
think
I
cool.
should have.
moving on to Haps, it was a smaller community, right? So it was
I know I
easier to
should have
find people.
followed you guys on Periscope a long time ago. I would have known you guys
Well, we're
then,
all here now, you
but at least I know now. I get to know you guys now, which is good.
Well, one of the things I want to do is on the broadcast days where we have to get stuff done that we can't show you, or
Mhm.
anything as simple as dishes, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I want to do is somewhere on one of these drives is edited Periscope footage of builds that I was going to
Mm-hmm.
put up on YouTube, and it never happened.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking of finding those again and putting them up on here instead, because they're old builds, but there's still a lot
Yeah,
people
that's a
can
good
learn about it.
idea.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good
Yeah, and do
idea.
a voice question and answer thing so Martin and I can get
Yeah,
other things done. And,
Yeah.
and just keep a device with us, like keep our phone with us so we can see what's happening. And
definitely.
yeah, so
That's
when
a
you
good
guys ask
idea.
questions, we can answer them.
Yes, that's
Because
definitely
we
a good
really want to
idea.
make these new ferries.
So close.
How are we doing?
Getting so close. It says
So
92%. Got to be
close.
about 3 or 4 more layers to go. And of course, since they're domed like that, each layer is a little bit smaller, a little bit smaller, a little bit smaller. So each layer takes a little bit less time.
We may have to sand this. Now, this is not the highest quality. This is the second
This is
highest.
high resolution, not hyper resolution.
Oh, okay.
So the more quality, the longer it takes. But the less you have to sand it later.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Oh my god, these are looking awesome though.
They're looking pretty good. The Jedi one looks really spindly
mhm.
Oh
in the middle,
yeah.
but
That's
we'll
kind
see
of
how
cool
strong it
actually.
is. Yeah, we'll see how strong it is.
Oh
Because
my
these were
god.
originally meant to be printed much bigger than this. So
Yeah,
Wow.
we took a file that was designed to make Christmas ornaments.
Mhm.
So
like
it was this
four
big
four
and,
inches around or something like that. Yeah.
and much more curved and everything. So we
Mhm.
modified the file to make the little pendants. And
Made them about an inch and a half
once
across.
it's
Yeah.
done, we'll find out whether or not we succeeded. See, things like this we'd like to put up on our store.
Yeah, that would be cool to do.
Mhm.
Definitely, you should put it on your store.
A bunch of small little items that are
Yes.
easy, that are easy peasy. Of course, we have to be careful how we title them because we don't want to get Disney sued.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We don't want the mouse after us.
Right.
But we found a whole database of files for lightsabers.
Hmm.
And we found one that I'm curious about that I might print tonight or wait till tomorrow and see whether or not this machine can do it on high res. But they're little toppers for pencils. So they're hollow in the end.
Oh,
And they're
cool.
tiny little lightsabers.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah. So we might try that and see how this machine does that. Right now, it really is, what are the limitations on these machines?
Hmm.
Because we're used to machines that really don't have these kinds of
I think we're
limitations,
getting
and suddenly
really close here.
these do. So it's a bit different for us. It
Do
really
you want to
is.
bring? Do you want
think
to
we
bring the
got
camera
spoiled.
over again for the
Want
finishing
to bring the
shot?
camera over? Is it finishing?
It's. I'm thinking
Okay, guys.
pretty close.
An earthquake's going to happen. Hang on.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's still. It might be on the last layer.
How close to being finished?
Like it's like a layer away from being finished, so this could be within the next couple of minutes.
Ooh, cool. Can't wait to see. Can't wait when it comes out of there.
So this is PLA. PLA is a smaller temperature.
Hmm.
Lower
It
temperature
doesn't.
plastic.
Yeah, it doesn't require as much because it's corn based.
Yeah, it's called
Oh,
polylactic
okay. I
acid.
see.
So it's biodegradable technically.
Wow. They look like muffins. Muffin
They
tin.
do that, yeah.
Figure out a way to do things so the people who want e-copy and the whole
Fans just
book
kicked out. Here we
will
go.
be happy somehow with the ebook thinking about it. I could do. Yes, you could. The headset makes you look like you're fighting for the rebellion on Planet Hoth. Sweet.
Well, there's the Rebel Alliance logo right there.
Any idea how late we're broadcasting? No. Probably when this is
Yeah.
done. Because I'm kind of hungry.
I'm kind
Oh,
of.
there you go. Oh, wow. Nice.
Now, if Martin can
That-
put his finger next to one because they're still warm.
They're pretty good. Yeah. So there's an idea of the scale.
Wow.
Yeah, they're still a bit sticky to the bed.
Mm-hmm. Let it cool down a little, and then
Yeah, because if we
Pop them off.
pry them off now, there's a risk that we'll bend them.
they're still a little bit warm, so they kind of flex a little.
How long is the cool down time? Cool down time.
Only a couple of minutes, really.
Something this small, yeah, not very long.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's already getting a lot cooler.
How's it feel?
It's pretty good.
But to catch your broadcast, and I'm thinking of going all myself tonight. Oh, cool.
All right.
Do it, Don. Do it.
Hold the mic. Actually, you want me to hold the whole thing?
Yeah, that actually makes more sense.
It does, doesn't it? Here, why do things one-handed when you have another person standing next to you?
So this little strip here
Uh-huh.
is basically the machine does a little bit of a strip first to
Mhm.
clean off the nozzle before it starts everything.
Okay.
You always wind up with this little strip, and I tend to pop it off first to see it's not sticky. Good. Okay.
Oh, good.
Yeah, all good.
Sticking to the bed, what kind of broadcast is this? Dawn, it's
Not that kind of broadcast.
Wait,
Uh,
Chris, you changed your name to Woods? What is going on, dude?
Chris Woods. Oh, okay, interesting, yeah.
What is going on?
What?
Chris Woods has a new name on.
Thinking about a
Names,
new
Chris's.
new names on here. Like the new. Oh,
Oh, that one's really delicate.
First upgrade to the 3D printer should be a Wham Bam Magnetic Flex build plate.
ooh,
Oh, so they could be popped off and
oh,
yeah, basically you pop it off and then you flex it and then the pieces come off of it, right? But
We were thinking of that. We were thinking of also, like right now we're using the glue stick method.
mm,
But,
you basically run a glue stick on top onto the bed before you print, and it gives a bit of a sticky surface for the first layer to attach to.
oh, oh
but in
no.
past, we've done like tape and stuff like that.
I think we need one of those really, really super thin spatulas because the razor
Yep.
scraper just doesn't.
And trying
Work
not to
that well,
destroy
yeah.
the bed too.
Yeah.
You can see where the little shadows are.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
You
can
already
see
did
it.
scratch it.
I have them on both
Whoa.
my printers. Game changer. Okay. And a lot easier to clean too.
I've seen them online for sale.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, you see, you wind up with all this residual left.
Mm-hmm.
Now this one's going to be the pissy one.
It's so thin.
Yeah, well, this was originally designed to be much larger, so this one may not come off successfully.
Oh,
Well,
well, that's coming. Yeah.
Oh, it's coming
There
out.
it goes.
A little bit at the back.
There we
at
go.
The top. So,
There you go.
Come on.
oh,
Come
your
on.
blades will raise.
Yep,
Your
you
blades
got
raise.
it. You got it.
There it is.
Yay! Oh, those are cool.
Nice.
Those are cool.
So let's put this back there.
All right. Let's see what I can do here. Where's our flip? Where's our camera flip? Camera flip. There we are.
You get a nice close up of Martin's chest. Ooh la la.
Just for Dawn.
Hi, Janae. How are you?
Sassy Janae, welcome, welcome.
Thank you, Jason.
Ah, we're nowhere
Hi,
Jason
Ward.
today.
Ta-da.
So yeah, you can
Yeah, I
see.
was actually on Janae's
Hi.
live with her earlier with Brian and Brian.
Ah,
Sassy. Hey Jeff, thanks.
Thank you.
Super
Super
that,
cool.
Cloud.
wow, that's cool.
But yeah, you can see there's a bit of
Little steps.
little lines, little steps.
Uh huh.
Basically the edge of each layer, right?
So what'll
Nice.
happen is I'll just take a light sandpaper to it.
How long you have to sand it down for?
Just a few
well,
Hey
moments.
Jason, what's going on, man?
Just a few moments.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just because of how small they are, right?
Right. Wow, I like that one. That's cool.
And then I'll
Yeah,
spray
that's
paint them
nice.
silver and brass and copper and
Mm-hmm.
Nice. That's
because
really
automotive
cool.
paint just bites in nicely and seals it all up. But But yeah, I'll do a nice light sanding on top to get rid of all the. This one actually, I was worried that it was
It's
going to
stronger
be.
than it looks, huh?
Yeah. it's
Wow, I
stronger.
like
That's
that
the
one.
square little edge.
That's cool.
That's the Jedi symbol.
That is cool.
See the little bit of webbing
Guess that's it.
in
Yeah,
between the spikes there. Yeah. Little sanding and then cleanup fixes that up too.
Oh, working nice.
Yeah, no,
Like
this
we
one looks
always
good.
say,
It's pretty strong, yeah.
where
Mhm.
is Jason? Where is Jason now? Where is Jason at today or tonight?
Where's
And
that?
right now he's working. So
That's cool, you guys.
Nice.
That is cool.
So that's a 3-hour print. So of course, with the the power,
2 hours 52, yeah.
we'd
Yeah.
have to do an estimate before we can sell these online. We'll have to do an estimate as to how much print time and materials it takes,
Hmm.
and then yeah, they would go up and people can use them for jewelry because they're not really metal, but they're pretty solid.
So
I'm
that
very
is
happy
actually
with how solid
that's
this is.
pretty accurately in time with the print estimate from the driver.
Yeah. Well, and you can.
That's good, yeah.
That's true. Well, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5
Hmm.
took the same time for that one.
That's that the
Almost,
logo,
yeah.
right?
Hmm.
Wow.
So this was on a higher resolution setting. This was on a normal resolution setting, and you can
That
see
came-
there's a bit of a texture to it.
That came
But
out
it actually
perfect.
kind of looks cool.
Yeah, I like that. That came out perfect.
So yeah, it really has a lot to do with the
Mhm.
file and the way the file's created and made. And so
Hmm.
yeah, once these get painted up, they'll look like metal, even though they aren't.
Pretty good. Pretty awesome.
That is cool, you guys.
We have our own printer at home now.
Mhm.
So happy.
Finally.
We used to have to always go to the shop, right, if we wanted to do anything.
Print something.
Now you-
and
now
throw
you don't
something in
have
the
to.
jar, you know.
A bigger printer there and everything, so our
Uh-huh.
brains have to go smaller now. But I mean, we can't do a full-size helmet with this unless we do it in pieces.
We have to do it in pieces, yeah.
Whereas a full-size helmet on the one in the shop was like, the whole helmet was one piece,
Hmm.
right? Because it's a much bigger machine. But that's okay. Means I can spend more time with the cats and you guys.
Hmm.
3
See
cats.
the broadcast while the printer's running in the background.
So we're gonna actually wrap it up because it's gotten really warm
All
in
right.
this corner.
Hmm.
But listen, guys,
know you-
listen.
Yes.
We're still going with the sponsorship. Once we reach 40, minimum 40 a month, that's when we start giving people discounts on items that are going up in our store and such. And we love all of you guys, whether or not you can help us, or whether or not you're in a position to support. Keep in mind that love, friendship, open-mindedness is
Yes.
big support.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
It's a big deal, guys.
Yes.
And remember self-respect.
Hmm.
That's the most important thing. You
Amen
respect
to that.
yourself, you love yourself.
Mhm.
No one can hurt you.
Amen.
know.
So, Christina and Martin, thank you for broadcasting. So, you guys made my day and night too. So, thank you.
Thank you, and thank
You're
you
welcome.
both,
Thank
Eric
you,
and,
yeah.
and Vince, for joining us. And Michelle, I know you're not on here right now, but thank you as well. The trivia was great. It was fun, and it made working easier too.
Yep.
But you guys have to take care of yourself and stay safe, okay?
We will. You too as well.
Thank you.
All right, Martin,
Hmm.
say good night, Martin.
Good night, Martin.
Good night, you guys.
Bye.
Night.
Bye.
bye.
See ya.